Let me check it out.
All right, what's good, family? Let me see what's going on. Is set up.
Yes, I see it came up on my feed.
Came up.
Yeah.
Is that my computer? All right, what's good, family? I don't see anybody in it. Okay, all right. All right, what's good? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Brother Rich is back today. Yep. I got the number gods with me. Uh-oh, y'all know what time it is. Well, I told y'all these brothers is going to come on once a month. I told y'all that at the beginning of the year, and it's going down in 2020. Our vision is going to be real good in 2020. Yeah. What me and Billy said yesterday, King Simon, he said, you look with two eyes, but you see with one eye.
One eye.
We're looking at life with that third eye now. We calling it the first eye. But I'm gonna let you guys fill in the chat room. We're gonna get started, but let me give a shout out to a couple of Black businesses before we get started. Let's start. Give me a second.
Thank you, Rich, for this book.
Oh yeah, that's a problem. All right, give me a second, y'all.
Simon.
So to start out with, family, I hope y'all tuned in last night to the show with Billy Carson. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. I mean, one of the best shows this year that I've done. We having a workshop. It's not a lecture, it's a workshop. It's going to be intensive, it's interactive. And the beautiful thing about this workshop, like I stressed yesterday, is that you will have, it don't just end. We're not just giving you 6 hours of information and then you go home. It's going to be, we're forming a support group, a WhatsApp support group where you get 24 hours support from Billy Carson for 30 days. This is unheard of. This has never been done before after a workshop. So for 30 days, if you need help implementing all these techniques, the meditation, the Merkaba light body techniques, the sounds, the frequencies, Billy Carson is there at your disposal for 30 days to assist you. This is not something you want to miss. This is not something you're going to get anywhere else. This is going down May 23rd in Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to King Simon. He will be there in the building.
My man.
Doing his thing. Hopefully we could get Lloyd in the building too. But let's go to the next ad. Shout out to Lisa Brown from Comedic Yoga Max. Yo, people been hollering at me a lot about Lisa Brown. Lisa Brown, you got to call me, sis. I want to talk to you. And maybe we could set up an interview or something. But her yoga mats are getting a lot of recognition now. I advise y'all to support the sister and get into your yoga. Shout out to Parindra Raja Deep. If you need some hair growth, some follicle stimulation, you holler at these folks. Or of course, we got King Simon right here, one of the masters when it comes to this numerology thing. Make sure you contact the brother at 347-496-1022 for your numerovation consultation. Also, last but not least, we got Mama Pill. You heard of Red, you heard of Blue, you heard of KT. Mama Pill is the one that gave them all the game. So she has her own website. This sister was deal with Sadie from the very beginning, creating this stuff that the brother is famous for. Holla at the sister, the queen, and go to her website. She got her phone number, she got her email, and she got the product. She got that work. So holla at that queen and get your stuff so your health could be good. And on that note, we're going to get started with the show. So there's a couple of things I want to talk to you. We're going to do live readings today. Let me see what's going on in the chat room real quick. Y'all got anything to say while I get this together?
Yes. If you don't mind, Lloyd, if you don't mind, Elder, can I say something, sir? I gotta ask the elder. Can I say something, sir? Can I say
Amen.
it? Can I?
Amen, brother. You ain't got no problems with me.
No, Rich, I want to commend you and Black Magic 363 for all that you've done. I've known you for so many years on the streets in the cold, because I was on the streets in the cold also. But yesterday's show was probably one of the best shows, especially dealing with Billy Carson. And he said something really, really key. And I was laying in the bed like, yo, and I just had to jump up and go right on my chalkboard. Because I was at his workshop on June the 4th in Fort Lauderdale, man, and he had an awesome all-day workshop. We had a great time. And he said unconditional love is the key. Unconditional love. And Lloyd and I will, Lloyd will agree with me when I say numerology offers an unconditional, loving interpretation of the numbers if you understand. Because it's going to give you your positive and negative, and only people around you or other energies around you will give you that unconditional interpretation of how they feel about you. Like your mother, if you're doing things positive, she'll let you know. If you're doing things negative, she'll let you know. So numbers give you an unconditional loving meaning of the numbers if you really take heed to it. That's what I wanted to share with the audience. And that's what I do in the numerovation that I do, because I help to motivate you with the numbers and show you the challenges and the power. And if you decide to stay on your challenges, up to you, because everything is in your hands. It's not my fault after I done told you. It's like, I'm giving you the warning. I'm giving you the key. But if you don't, and me and Lloyd giving you the key and you don't want to take it, that's not our fault. We keep it moving.
And that is very true, Rich, because, you can, the elders used to say you can lead a horse to water, but making him drink is a whole nother story.
Yes.
Okay. So, but one thing about Simon and I, it can't be said that we didn't have this conversation with you. Now, we're not going to hold your hand. We're not going to force you. We're all adults up in this piece, okay? But at the same time, once we share the information, then it is up to that person to make those decisions. And with each decision come consequences as a result of it. But Simon and I really try to be very straightforward with people, and not in a harmful, not in a way that's put a person down. But, like if you got to be a little cautionary today, then, that's it. And then the person takes it upon the way they want to. That's all.
Exactly. And I treat them like that. I mean, when I talk to young people, I treat them like they're my children, because I have children that are 30 years and younger. Yeah. I treat them like they're my youth. I've actually talked to them real candidly and real lovingly like they're my youth. I have to give them that information. And what's so funny, Rich, my daughter, first time getting a full reading because her birthday is coming up. And I actually had to put her on paper like she was a client, but yet she felt the love that came because I knew she was my daughter. But I had to make sure my mind wasn't clouded with other stuff. I had to just deal with the numbers objectively and not be caught up in the emotions of it. And she was understanding of it. Even when I talked about her boyfriend, she understood who he is and what he is. And I wouldn't dog him. I knew his potential, his high potential, and I knew his low potential. And I just told her to pay attention to that. That's all.
So, I definitely appreciate that message. And I'm glad that Brother Billy said that. And I'm glad it resonated with you and that you could expand on it. So, like I said, we're going to get into some readings. Just a note for the family to get the reading. If y'all wasn't here last time, you hit up the Cash App. We're gonna support each other. That's what we're gonna do. I gave the story about King Simon changing my life. When my head was down, I'm in Brooklyn. It's cold. Business wasn't booming, wasn't doing good. The brother came and reminded me of who I was, and I'm like, yeah, I'm motherfucking rich. Yeah. I'm in the lead. I'm going to be good. So I never forget that day. And I remind that brother every year. I remind that brother that day because he don't know. When you're helping somebody, you don't know how much that means to them. And what it does is it allows this type of spiritual teaching, regardless of what goes on in your external environment, it allows you to tap into a greater truth. It allows you to tap into the only truth, which is your who you really are, your energy, your vibration. And regardless of what we see, sometimes we could get off course. As long as we stay focused and know who we are, things is going to get right back on track for us. And that's why we need these brothers. Go ahead, King Sam. What you was going to say?
And Rich, when you say I helped you, this man helped me in 1988. Because when I left the Ansarullah community under Imam Isa, which y'all call Dr. York now, I didn't know what I was doing. I left my wife in there because she didn't want to leave. I left my oldest son in there because she was controlling the son. And when I heard Lloyd on WLIB, WBLS, it struck a chord in me why I was so attracted to the Arabic number or the Arab numbers and the Hebrew numbers back in the Ansar. But when I came out and listened to this man on LIB, WBLS, that's when I said, I got to go to Apollo. I got to go to these places and see where these guys are at. And that's when I got caught up, and this man helped me to guide me because I called in and he read my numbers on the air February 1st, and he started breaking it down. I was like, And that's when I realized certain places around there, certain jobs or whatever jobs or business or people, that they don't make you. Sometimes it's the energy that you have that's already innately in you that makes you. It's for you to go in and tap it, and numbers is here to guide you to that and bring it out of you. And that's what it did. That's why I became a leader on the radio station. That's why I became a lead promoter. That's why I became a lead, all that kind of stuff. I became a leader in different venues that I've been, from the reggae community to the soca community to the radio station community. I just became that leader.
And that's why King Simon and I are brothers now.
Hey, Lloyd, you see how it come full circle?
Yes.
You help him, he helps me. Now I can help you.
Yeah, everything is full circle.
That's currency. That's currency.
That's currency.
And Simon has helped me in more ways than people can imagine. We have a long history. We're not going to go into the backstory right now. That's completely moving it forward. You know, when Simon came to me, Simon is naturally gifted anyway. And I said, Simon, you need to write. The brother then wrote 3 books, going on 4 books.
Yes.
I mean, it's just amazing. And in fact, we're going to be doing something later on this summer.
June, we're going to do something. We got a workshop in June. After your event, I know we got a workshop in June, brother Rich. We got a workshop in June.
Yeah.
So like I said, let's get into the show, family. Let me put the Cash App. If you want your reading done, this is brief. Now, they're not going to be sitting up here reading you for an hour.
No.
It's going to be a brief, a sample reading to get you on the right track. These brothers have websites, books. They have phone numbers, emails. I definitely advise everybody to reach out to these brothers. But we're here to give the people a sample reading, and I guarantee you, from the time you get your reading, for the rest of the day, your whole vibe is going to be different. Everything is about vibes. Once you get your reading, your whole vibe is different. My girl said it. Everybody I know, once they get a reading, a numerology reading, their vibe just changes.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's because you know what it is, Rich? It's because they are now aware. Once you're aware, you see things totally, totally different than when your eyes are closed and you're in the dark.
Right.
And so what Simon and I do very well is we turn the lights on in people's heads, in their minds, in their heart, in their spirit, and hopefully that will guide them. Now, we cannot walk them along the path, but we can show them the path, and that's about all we can do.
Indeed. So we're going to get started. I posted the Cash App again. Let's get started. I want to start out by asking y'all about, what can you tell me in terms of the energy of the universe, numerology, and the coronavirus? Because this thing seems to be getting bigger and bigger. And they're having the Trump and the CDC is actually having a press conference today. They're talking about vaccines down the line and stuff. So is there anything you could tell me, numerology, whatever word that is, concerning the coronavirus?
Well, I can, in a sense that when I went to China a year and a half before, China's key or lucky numbers are always the 8 and the 6.
Mm-hmm.
Their major opposition number to China is the number 4. If you look at 2020, 2 + 0 + 2 + 0 is 4. Okay. Mm-hmm. And since then, all of China has been having a problem. Then if you look at the United States, which is the 4th of July, it happens to be in a 6 personal year, which is a major opposition number to this country. So this country is not going to be absolved of anything, really. In fact, there may be some problems, some uprising, who knows, so to speak. But for China, 4 is not their number at all. So it doesn't surprise me. And then it's in the masses too. I mean, millions of people. They had a whole town isolated, with about a couple of million people there. So this thing is no joke. This is really no joke. But it didn't surprise me because, again, numerically speaking, 4 is the opposition number to China, whose numbers are 8 and 6.
And you know what is so interesting to me, Brother Rich, when I read the numerology of coronavirus, which adds up to a number 7 in the Chaldean system, and then adds up to a number 11 in the Pythagorean system, it tells me it's something else that's deceptive. It also tells me that somebody researched it and brought it out, because 11 on one hand is the revelatory energy and 7 is the secretive energy that usually ruled by the CIA, FBI, around those energies. But somebody brought it out of the secret, because remember, coronavirus has always been around. Go in your Lysol bottle and you see coronavirus. Right. All these years we had Lysol spraying and they already patent this thing. It's already patent. So when Lloyd said what he said, and this is a 2020 4-year, and China is the one that gets hit with it first, I totally understand. Yeah. But it's somebody's bringing it out because it already existed. Stop playing with us. Yeah. That's why I told everybody on your last show, 2020, which the master number 22 you see there, is the year of, on the negative, of delusions and illusions. So America is a state, a corporation that is military. So what they do is throw a stone over there, make you look that way while they're doing something over here. Yeah. Yep. Please pay attention to that. Bait and switch. You're right, and that's you could read The Art of War if you want to, or Machiavelli. That's up to you. Yeah, I'm telling you, that is an art of war that they're doing. And if Yang thought he was going to have anything to deal with this presidency, he's a number 4. He just got shut down. That choice, Andrew Yang, who was running for the presidency. Yeah, he born January 13th. Yeah, I was gonna say he's a Capricorn 4 person. Yes, go figure. He's shut out. He's not even gonna be welcomed into this. Not just because China's going through what they're going through. I already showed they made China the boogeyman through coronavirus again. Yep. Made him the boogeyman. And don't forget, back in the 80s when there was the AIDS, it was supposed to be from a monkey. A monkey from Africa. Okay. Notice when it comes to people of color, we always get that stigma attached to it. You know what I'm saying? And there's always a boogeyman when it comes to America, because they're here to deceive. Remember, they're born remember their whole, you got to think about it. The birth date of America is 7 + 4 + 1776, which equals 1787. And 1 + 7 + 8 + 7 equals the number 23, which is a 5. So they have a flexibility. The negative of the 5 is being reckless and being scandalous. And that's one thing they are good at, being reckless and scandalous. America. But remember, the 4 is also a mental number. So they go through a lot of mental stuff. A lot of the presidents that we have encountered in America had some type of mental issue. Study their history. They've been through stuff. Study each and one of them, from George Washington all the way down to who we got today. And his master number and his master President Trump's life path is a master number 22. Yeah. People better recognize. Yeah. And the number 22 also correlates with the word money. It adds up to 22 in numerology. Another, follow the money, follow the loot. Please follow the money. But not only that, 4 has represent the sign of Aquarius. There have been 5 Aquarian presidents. Out of all 5, only 1 made it out of office alive. Now, 4 is always known to be something odd and unusual. Yes. The first Aquarian president, William Henry Harrison, he was the first president to serve the shortest term, which is actually 1 month. Mm-hmm. He spoke when he swore in on March the 4th, and on April the 4th, he died of pneumonia because he spoke out in the winter with 2 hours with no jacket on. Okay. The first president to be assassinated in office was an Aquarius, Abraham Lincoln. Okay, mm-hmm. The first president and the only one to serve 4 terms, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, was an Aquarius. Mm-hmm. And in fact, Rich, he's the one that moved the swearing-in date back from March the 4th, which was the original swearing-in date of the United States, and he moved it back into January the 20th, which starts the sign of Aquarius. Mm-hmm. You know, so the only Aquarian president to get out alive was Ronald Wilson Reagan, born on the 6th of February. And mm-hmm. on December 31st of 1981, there was an attempted assassination on his life down at the Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. But then that's when Nancy Reagan, his wife, also born on the 6th, called in Kathleen Quinn, the astrologer, and she made sure her husband didn't go nowhere. Mm-hmm. Check with the astrologer. That's right. Yeah.
So that's one of the untold stories that
this is some powerful stuff,
numerology use.
It's some powerful stuff, Rich.
Real powerful.
Some powerful stuff.
I see just a quick for the people, Marvin, you sent a donation cash app, but you didn't include your birthday. Father Monster, you didn't include your birthday, so you have to give me your birthday, my brother.
What's his first name?
It says Morven.
That's probably a nickname of anything, but that's probably a nickname.
Hold it. Does he spell it Marvin? Marvin?
No, Maurven.
Oh, okay. Maurven.
We're gonna get to the readings in a little while. For those, like I said, for those who don't have Cash App and you're in another country, you can hit up the PayPal. Let me write that down now. But somebody, while I do this, somebody had an interesting question. Lucky D in the chat room, fellas. They said, could you ask them how Roman numerals in the English language, like Super Bowl titles, work with numerology?
Go ahead, Lloyd.
Well, to me, the Roman numerals are just in that Roman. Okay. That's it. Most people, once you get past 9 in the Roman numerals, they can't tell you what. So if you look at the Super Bowl 50 something, whatever the case is. So if people did not know the number, even if you showed them the numeral numbers, more than likely they couldn't tell you what it is. And so it's just something like that. But over and above that, with those Roman numbers, people use the basic numbers 1 through 9, and then up from there, and then that's how they work. Right,
exactly. So tell them don't stress it. Once you be able to translate it from 1 to the 1,
and then we don't interpret things in Roman numerals anyway. When you transact money, can you imagine me sending that brother a check and it had Roman numerals written all over it? He gonna want to know what kind of money are we talking about, and the bank gonna want to know what kind of money we about to cash up in here. Okay, so
And that's why 0 was so important when it came back into existence, because 0 always existed.
Yeah.
As long as this universe was in existence, 0 or the oval shape was always in existence. They try to say it's not a number when actuality it is a number, because we wouldn't be on what we're on, like Billy Carson said yesterday about the 01001, the binary code. We wouldn't be on this computer.
Because that's what I was going to say, that the computers are simply run on binaries of 1s and 0s.
We had to find it.
And I tell a person too, you give me a 0, I put the number 1 in front of it, I put a comma, and I put as many zeros behind it. You can't tell me you don't want do you want $1 with 2 zeros behind it, or 1,000 with 3 zeros behind it? Because the more zeros behind it, the more valuable that item becomes.
So Rich, Billy said something yesterday that was key. And this book, remember Florence Campbell, right, Lloyd? You remember her, right?
Yep, Your Days Are Numbered by Florence Campbell.
She says something that was similar to what Billy said. She said, God always speaks twice, through stars and numbers. He speaks to us of the truth we need to know about ourselves and all others, through the stars and numbers.
And I have been blessed to meet Minister Farrakhan on a couple of occasions.
Yes.
Each time I've met him, he says, what I do is called supreme mathematics.
Supreme mathematics.
And the universal language of the world, believe it or not, as Simon and I know, is mathematics. That's the universal language.
Indeed.
Where is it at? The supreme mathematics. They teach that in this book, Supreme Wisdom.
Yeah. There
the Nation of Islam. Thank you, Melchizedek. I got this in Brother Melchizedek, born November 20th.
Yeah. It's very fascinating. And again, Rich, imagine getting up tomorrow morning and trying to go throughout your day without using numbers. That means you can't make a call, you can't get a call, you can't press an elevator button, you can't use your Metro card, you can't take Uber, you can't buy breakfast, you can't get lunch. You pretty much can't do nothing, really. Okay? Don't you want to know what time it is when you got up, or what time you need to be to that appointment? Everything we do are in numbers. But because it's so part and parcel of what we do, we just take it for granted until it's missing. And then an athlete, for them to have their jersey number retired, that's the ultimate. So like when they talked about Kobe and they retired his number 8, they retired his number 14. Now they retired Gia's number 2, his daughter. So for an athlete, that's an honor. And in fact, if you look at the athlete stats, all of it is about numbers. How many rebounds, how many assists, how many foul shots, how many free throws, how many this, how many that. Everything is about numbers. Everything.
Right. I want to show you guys a post Meek did about dealing with Kobe. Let me see if I see it real quick.
Also, I see somebody in the chat talking about roulette and gambling. This is a very good book. He mentioned Lloyd Strahorn in the book, How to Win Games of Chance.
Yep.
This man has the receipts too. When he won Lotto 19 times, he got the receipts in here to show you that he won. Yes, and he was born July 6th, correct, Lloyd?
Yes, he was. Same day as 50 Cent, the Dalai Lama, the Sloan, George Bush, the third.
Kevin Hart. Yep.
Yeah, Kevin Hart. I mean, it's like a who's who born on that day.
Exactly. So very good book to have in your collection if you want to study that type of numbers, because everybody always asks us like, yo, how come y'all ain't with the numbers? First of all, I'm a humanitarian Aquarian. Money ain't really my concern. It's good. It's right up there with air. And I believe me, I talk money into existence because I really care about money, because I get to take care of my family, take care of myself. But as far as betting lotto and all of that, nah, I'm all right. But I do advise people that are born under certain numbers that are more magnetically attractive, like the 5 and the 6, to do numbers, and the 8 to do the numbers energy. It's all right, because I've walked with Brother Polite's wife. She's born the 24th. She's born the 24th of October.
Yeah,
and look, we went to an ATM, Rich, and she didn't even go and put a card in there, but she sees a $20 sticking out of the darn thing. Money comes to her. And then I walked with another friend of mine named Dr. Angela on the streets of Brooklyn. She's born the 15th of May. And boom, we walking down the street. She sees the $200. I don't see the $200. She picks up $200 in front of my face. I'm like, okay, yeah. I see the patterns here. Remember, we study patterns.
Yeah, that's what
numbers reveal the patterns.
That's what we do.
And that's why I like what Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson always says the universe is mathematics. The universe is mathematics. If we're on Earth in the universe, we are a part of this mathematics.
Yeah. Why do you think they can tell you what time the sun is going to get up in the morning, what time the sun is going to set, what time the moon is going to rise or set? When is the full moon? When is the new moon? When does Mercury go retrograde? When does it go direct? All of this is based upon mathematical equations.
Right.
And if you get ephemeris, they got an ephemeris that will take us all the way up to almost 2050, 2060s, way ahead of time. And it will still be done with precision, as when the moon ebbs and flows, the sun ebbs and flows, and the planets go retrograde and whatever.
Somebody in your chat, Rich. Somebody in your chat asked when we're doing our workshop. We're doing our workshop in June at a private location on June 20th. That's Saturday, June the 20th, at a private location. All you have to do is text me, and I will, or go to my Eventbrite. I will have that. It's a private location. Only 55 to 60 people is allowed at this place. We ain't doing a whole bunch of people. We ain't doing a whole mass thing, but it's an all-day workshop with myself, Lloyd Strahorn, and an astrologer from out of the DMV area out of the Baltimore area, and she's coming in named Quiet Storm, powerful astrologer. She's gonna be breaking it down from her feminine energy and bring it all. And she's a Leo. She's born on the 7th of August. So that's gonna be June the 20th, just in case you need to know. And that's gonna be at a private location. You could either text me or go to KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com. That's KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com.
I was looking for this. I wanted to read you this.
You found it?
No, I didn't find it. So we're just gonna get started with the readings. There was something Meek posted about the Fibonacci code and numbers with dealing with Kobe's death and everything. How the numbers were aligned with each other. He must have took it down, because I just spent 5 minutes trying to find it for you guys.
Yo, these people be scaring them, man.
I had wrote a brief piece on him on that Sunday when he transitioned. Gary Bird called me on his show to talk about him, and I explained how he was born on the 23rd day of the month, which Simon and I is the number 5. He was a Virgo like you, okay? Where you're in the September side, he was in the August side. Right. And so what happens is, one of the opposition numbers to the number 5 is the 8 and the 3. And that means that the opposition months to the number 5 would be January, March, etc. The point is, when he transitioned, it was in January, his challenging month, and it was on the 26th day, his challenging number. You know, but he was a 5. He did win 5 championships. I think his estimated net worth was $500 million. His daughter Gia, that crashed with him, perished with him, was born in the 5th month, in fact. Okay, so a lot of little things you see. Right. And in fact, Kaya Simon wrote a very long dissertation on him numerically. She pulled out his 6, his 8s. I mean, his 6, his 9, 5, and stuff like that. But numbers follow us from the womb to the tomb. We are numbers, right, Rich? And it's just as simple. From the womb to the tomb, we are numbers.
And what's so important, though, so because I'm going to do something on my channel, King Simon Presents, about the Mamba mindset, because I've been everybody talking about the Mamba mindset. And when you read, remember, numerology, as taught by Lloyd and many others, numerology is the only system that transposes letters into numbers.
Yeah.
And when you read the word Mamba in both systems, the Pythagorean and the Chaldean, it adds up to a number 12, which is a 3. Now, 12 is the sacrificial lamb number that people give. They be sacrificed of their intrigues of other people and have to be very mindful. But he sacrificed himself to build that Mamba Institute that he did for the women, as far as building women's basketball and all that. And it adds up to that number 3 because it deals with expansion on a mental level, a spiritual level, and a physical level. And then when they did the memorial, that whole memorial, 2 + 24 + 2020 adds up to the number 12, which is also representing of the 12 expansion vortex that they just opened up again. So I keep these patterns and understand these patterns, because sometimes we be looking at stuff on television, me and Lloyd and other people, and my mind says consult the numbers. My mind says go to the numbers. It's going to tell you something. And I just go through it, and it always reveals itself about people's death. Look at the guy that just died, the flat earther that just died when he tried to prove that the earth was flat by sending a rocket ship up there. You know that Mad Mike is born February 9th, and then he dies in a fire crash, which me and Lloyd knows that 9 rules
the accident number. Yeah, 9 is the accident number. Guns.
Exactly. Wow. He dies. Yeah. And he dies on February 22, and we know the 2s are his challenge numbers.
Yep. And it means in a way that's sudden, odd, and unusual.
Yep.
That's what 4 denotes. So that's why this year, 2020, is going to be a very odd and unusual kind of year. It's also going to be the underdog. See, 4 also rules the underdog, the less fortunate, the destitute, the down and out. So although the powers that be appears to be the powers that be, it's going to be those guys. So if you look at how China started before this coronavirus started, they were demonstrating in Hong Kong every day, the masses of people. They started demonstrating in Venezuela. So in other words, the masses of people are rising up to let it be known that, like, yo, we have a divine right to be here just like you guys too. And I don't understand how 1% think they're going to get away. You know, you build your little bunker or whatever the case is. But Joe Louis, the famous boxer, says you can run, but you can't hide. That's all I know.
And one more thing, Rich. You see how people have been talking about Malcolm X, the documentary been coming out? I said on my channel, King Simon Presents, I said, look, this is the year of Malcolm X. Why I said that? Because he's born May 19th. This year would be the 55th year or 55th commemoration of his transitioning.
Yep.
And in this year, he would be in a number 1 year cycle. He's born on 19th, which 1 + 9 is a 10. And he's called Malcolm X. And we know in Roman numeral, the X represents the 10 in actuality.
It does.
It all correlates. It all correlates.
Real quick, King. That's the day I met my girl, May 19th.
What?
Excuse me. My mother and father got married on May 19th. And then I came along 9 months later. I wonder what that was about. Okay.
Now, see, I was so funny. I was conceived in the month of May, but I don't know if it was about May 19th or May 28th. And May 28th is actually what's the name's birthday? Malcolm's wife.
Yes, Shabazz, that I had the pleasure of meeting.
That's right.
That's always very, very nice. I'm very, very blessed to meet. Simon and I are really, really blessed to meet the kind of people that have come across our path that are now in history books like Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark and
yes, sir.
Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. all these people, man. I mean, we're really very fortunate to know these men.
That's right.
Okay, so let's get started, family. We're gonna get started with the sample readings. Before we do,
Yes, sir.
I don't want y'all to just leave your info at the end of the show. So leave your contact information right now for those who.
Simon, you first, buddy.
Okay, those who, I'm straight to the point. Please text me. And if you're outside of the United States, text me through WhatsApp. It's free. If you're outside of the United States, text me. If you're in Canada or you're in Benin or you're in Africa or you're in England, text me out through WhatsApp. And if you're in the United States, text me at 347-496-1022. I don't care how many of y'all send the text. I will reply. Give me some time, because after a major show like this man has over 200,000 followers. So I got to be, but also my
show is ridiculous. Well, we on your show, brother.
People we are
all over the place. I got a call yesterday from California mentioning your name.
Exactly. And my website is kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. I mean, that's the website for my events, kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. But kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com is one of my websites, and Numbers Are Simple is also my website. And then you can find me on all social media, King Simon Productions, Facebook, IG. I close my eyes because I'm downloading as I talk. So forgive me if I close my eyes. I'm just one of those people that I need to close my eyes and just see other things outside of what I see in the norm, because it's about this eye and not these two eyes.
One is about this eye, and ain't it about
exactly the one eye.
Actually, it's the first eye, not the third.
The first eye, exactly.
Last night, it's for your.
That's what he said.
You just said that last night, Lloyd.
Yep. Actually, the first eye.
Everything is flowing. Everything is flowing.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. So let me tell you about me. I can be.
Everything is synchronicity.
That's right. I can be reached on all the social medias. I can be reached at Twitter, Numbers in You, Instagram, Numbers in You, Facebook, Numbers in You. I'm very original, as you can see, with the Numbers in You, but that's book. I do have a toll-free number. That's 1-800-581-4401. That's 1-800-581-4401. And I do have a website, which is Lloyd-Strahorn.com. That's LLOYD-Strahorn, STRAYHORN.com. And I do have a nice surprise out for the first time, Rich. I'm introducing it on your show. Although Simon saw it indirectly about 2-3 months ago when you was at my house, Simon.
Yes.
And it is this. As of this week.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up, Lloyd.
It's called How to Read a Person.
Really? You're breaking up, Lloyd.
Okay, I haven't moved.
Breaking up. Try it again. Say again.
Okay. I have an online course called How to Read a Person Like a Book. Mm-hmm. The online course is $149 for the 10-part course. Because it's new, and Udemy is Udemy.com. Go there. They have now for tomorrow, today, up until Thursday or Friday the 28th, you can now get this $149 course for $11.99. So there's no excuse. Anyone listening between now and the 28th. If you wait after the 28th, you're going to have to pay the full price. If you get it now and tomorrow the 27th and the following day the 28th, it'll just be $11.99. But it's called Learn from Lloyd: How to Read a Person Like a Book on Udemy. Udemy.com, UDEMY.com. So check it out. Let me know, share, and if I'm always open to improving. And Simon's going to be having something soon, knowing him. Because
I already signed up with Udemy, and I was going to set it up, but I'm waiting. I'm just waiting it out real quick. I'm in a certain cycle, you know. I'm in that 7 years.
Good, Simon. You should have a course on there. Darn it. Yes. Great minds think alike.
Yes, sir. That's right.
And Rich, for you, this should be an interesting day because you are born on the 17th. 1 + 7 is 8. Wednesday is one of your best days. This interview is taking place on a Wednesday of the 26th. So 2 + 6 is 8. So I'm hoping that you had a very good day from the time you got up and your feet hit the floor, open your eyes and whatnot. The day has been going pretty good.
It's been good so far. So I'm glad you brought that up. You saying that it's gonna make it even better. So
yeah, good.
Exactly.
Good. It's a double star day for you, buddy.
Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to the Cash App, and for the family, I appreciate y'all. And I know you guys and queens, the queens and kings out there, you would appreciate King Simon and Lloyd Strahorn. We're gonna start out with Tiffany. Tiffany is born 2/29/80. So that's a leap year, 29, 2/29/80.
That means she's about 4 years old. Okay, look at it like that. You ain't every 4 years. She's still a baby. She's probably just getting out of her diaper stage. Okay.
Oh, man.
But the question becomes for me, for people born on the 29th, well, once in a while or every 4 year occurrence happens, as this year is, what birthday does she celebrate in between? Does she celebrate the 28th of February or does she celebrate the 1st of March? I would be curious to know.
I think she celebrates the 28th.
Well, okay. Well, to me, I would have her celebrate the 1st of March. Compound number 28 is called the divorce number. It doesn't have to mean divorce by marriage, but divorce from the material things you rightfully should have. So if she celebrates her birthday on the 28th, that means there are 3 little warnings she has to be careful of: who she puts her trust in, who she gets her advice or counsel from, and how she puts her name on the dotted line. If she keeps those 3 things in mind, she should do well.
That's interesting.
Also, but the original birthday indicates she's a sweetie pie. Go ahead, Simon. Sorry, buddy.
Sweetie pie, huh?
Yes, she is a sweetie pie. Yes. Also, she's born the same day as Tony Robbins, the great motivator speaker.
Yeah.
And Lloyd, this is the day of the Sadie Hawkins, right?
Yes, that's right. And also, I forgot Robert De Niro's wife, because Robert De Niro loves women of color. You know that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, one of his wives that I met, her brother is a famous designer, fashion designer, who was born on the 29th of February. I just can't remember his name offhand. You know,
and to continue what Lloyd just said, her life path is a number 4. So she's very meticulous. She needs to maintain structure and discipline. Also, she always has to protect her mental capacity, that she doesn't go down the depressive route. So I always suggest, when I see 4s popping up, and as a matter of fact, her pinnacle number, her first pinnacle number, what we call the alignment or the achievement number, is a number 4 also. So I see a double 4 with her. So she always has to protect her mind and stay motivated, because people born under that 29, it adds up to a master number 11, and 11 seem to go through a lot of ups and downs, only because master numbers go through ups and downs only because they're like eagles amongst chicken. They don't understand that their eagle statics needs to fly above the chicken coop, and they can't stay amongst the chicken mind mentality. They always have to rise above it. So please strive. That's why Tony Robbins is so successful, because he recognized this. Don't let him fool you. He studies these different modalities too, because I've heard him say certain things about his birthdays. That's how I found out really about his birthday, because he said he was born on that birthday. But they acknowledge their birthday, but they also know the different modalities that follow those birthdays. So please stay on the eagle level, or strive to stay on the eagle level, and stop being amongst chickens, because you're a master.
Indeed. Wow, that was a powerful sample reading. Shit. I mean, you're lucky you the first one, because all of them can't be that long. But that was
we just kind of get warmed up. That's it. We ready.
Yeah, that's warm up. That's warm up.
Lucky Tiffany, that was powerful.
It's gonna shorten up now. It's gonna shorten down.
She might change her birthday to March 1st now because of y'all. That was powerful,
yeah.
Let's get to the next one. All right, we got 2/12/86. 2/12/86.
Male or female?
I think it's a male. Slimothy Doe. So that got to be a dude. You calling yourself?
Yeah. He would be an air sign with a fire number. He would be the kind of person this year that do a 9-cycle year. And how we do this, Rich, is we take the month and day he's born, which is the February, which is his date that he said, which was what again? February
12th,
rather. Yeah.
1986.
I remember, because that's the same day as the NAACP. In fact, the NAACP was founded because of the birthday of Abraham Lincoln. So that's what that was about. But nonetheless, this is a very ambitious person. They're very creative. They would do well trying to follow their path, doing things they want to. The only thing is he has to be careful, as Simon and I know, being a 12, that's called the victim or the sacrifice for the plans and intrigues of others, which is another way of saying he has to be careful of being used by other people.
Exactly.
Hey man, take me to the airport. He said, yeah. And after you think about it, how come he couldn't take the train there, the Uber there, or some other form of getting there, walk there if he got to? But why call him me? So it's those kinds of things. It also means the 3 would attract the younger relationships in his life, and the sign of Aquarius would attract the older ones. So I would say at this point in his life, he's had older relationships, younger relationships, relationships from different cultures, as well as long distance ones as well.
Mm-hmm. And you know, Lloyd knows, and he's taught over the years that, remember, your name also counts. So just because you're getting a birthday consultation briefly on Brother Rich's show, don't mean that your name ain't out of this. But we're only dealing with the birthday only because it's quick and simple right now. And like he said, you're born under the victim number, but recognize this. There's one thing about number 3s and 5s, they can be the scattered brain numbers also. They could be scattered and all over the place.
Yep.
And
that's the negative.
Your alignment number, because 2 + 12 = 14, is a 5, also lets me know your beginning pinnacle was a scattered brain, being all over the place, and the need to focus. And his life path being 2000, or number 2, says he's very intuitive, very in tune with certain things, and have to be careful of energy vampires. But I also have to be careful in relationship, because like Lloyd would say, women can be a blessing and a curse, and this is your life path. I'm just saying, this is your life path. And when we add the 2 + the 12 + the 1986 and adds up to 2000, imagine the zeros behind it, because the zeros add much more to it. Behind before it reaches the 1, the 2. It's going to be because 0 is the higher potential, or the extreme number, and it adds extremities in relationships of all kinds if you're not focused, and you can get caught up in scandals and all kind of bullcrap. So be careful, number 12.
Yep. We didn't mean to keep it long, but I promise we'll get shorter with each week.
I know it's hard for us, Lloyd. We just got this flow. It's just the flow. We're not even pulling out no books. We just talk.
Yeah, everything's off the top.
Anybody else, Rich? How you doing?
My picture was going. Yeah. We got a lot of people here. We're gonna be rocking. We got Raymond. So that's a male born January 21st, 1985.
Okay, so that means Raymond is going through an 8 personal year, a year of achievement and recognition, a year to set high benchmarks for himself and high expectations for himself, a year where he is coming of age, as it were, a year where he's about to enter one of the best months in the year for him, which is in March, followed by December. So I would expect him to really, really take off. But this March, since he's in an 8, it tells me there are going to be changes in his residence, changes in relationships, and changes at the workplace, but of an unsettled nature where he's not sure. And then it's going to be in April that things really take off for him like a rocket.
Mm-hmm. And what I see in my interpretation of it, his life path adds up to a number 9. Young man, you have to learn to finish what you start. Don't be all over the place in what you do. Complete the task and the job that comes to you. There's times when you could be in your own head and you talk your way out of things. Stop that and learn to be more creative, because the 2007 adds up is really the 27, and that's the number of deceptive, something being passed on to you. So that's the number of creativity and productivity, and that's when you would reap the great benefits if you maintain a creative and productive thought pattern.
All right, let's
stop right there.
So he's right. Melinda was born 9/17. 82. So a year
9/17.
82.
That's your birthday.
That's your birthday, Rich.
Okay.
9/17. 82.
You know, it's interesting, Rich, because 17 has always been associated with money or richness. And the fact they call you Brother Rich, I don't think is an accident.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's supposed to be Richard, but notice they call you Rich. Right. And that has a double entendre to me, not only just Rich as a nickname, but rich in the fact of what you will become. Virgos, and Virgo is an 8 as an earth sign. 8 is an earth number, and it means practicality. And as Simon and I know, the money makers are 8s and 6s. They're normally real estate. They like to own their own homes if they have a choice. They don't want to live if they got to live in an apartment, yes, or brownstone, yes. But if they had their way, they would prefer to live in a house. That would be their preference and whatnot. This person has always exhibited maturity. She tend to be misunderstood. But once they know her, they find she's warm, loyal, and faithful. That's the one thing about an 8, although they tend to be misjudged initially. But when you get to know them, they are the most loyal person you can have on your side as a friend.
That's right. Respect to the 8s. Matter of fact, you're born the same. You're born the same day as Lord Jamal, Malik Yoba, and you're born the same day as Phil Jackson. Stop
and he's
playing.
born the same day as my youngest son, too.
And your youngest son. That's the one that's making the sneakers? That's him?
No, he's an 8 also.
He's an 8 also. Yo, Rich, Lloyd got a son that's building his own sneaker like Bobby Hemmett used to do with shoes. He's making his own sneakers.
Yeah, he just graduated from FIT.
Yes.
I didn't even know they designed sneakers, but that's what he does. And my other son that's born on your birthday, he rocks them. He's of all the kids, he's the one that's making all the money. He's driving Mercedes, all this other stuff.
Also, what I have to offer the sister before we finish is that her life path is a 10. So please stop second guessing your abilities and your talents. Stop second guessing your abilities and your talents, because that one number, that 10, is the Wheel of Fortune number that your name can live on and the fortune will come to you, but you got to avoid being indecisive. I'm not going to go any further. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to keep it moving. Go ahead.
We all have moments of indecisiveness, but in our case, it would be to your advantage to stay focused and on point.
Stay focused, like your 8s are telling you.
We definitely got to move on. We got Marvin, June 24th, 1992. This is a gentleman. Father Mars.
He is probably very athletic in school, probably would do well in the arts, whether singing, dancing, theater, design, musician, painting. He'd do well in business, whether real estate, banking, or law, and he would do well in the social fields, from a life coach to a personal trainer to a therapist to a social worker, counselor, whatever the case is. He can have a stubborn streak, and although he would be considered by other women's standards a good-looking man, the women will tell you at the same time one of his challenges is control issues too.
Exactly. What's so funny about that, my brother, you have the life path of a 222. That master number really adds up, because when you add the 6 plus the 24 plus the 1992, it adds up to 2022. And when you see master numbers that pop up, that adds up to the 6. 6 also deals with health. 6 also deals with the need to be a forgiving person, because it's the forgiveness, balance, harmony, truth, justice, and reciprocity number. So anything in your family, whatever has happened in your family in the past, learn to forgive. And more you forgive, you move on out of the forgiveness. Now, I'm not telling you go kiss nobody's backside. I'm not telling you do any kumbaya, but forgiveness is a form of letting go and developing unconditional love for yourself first, and then moving forward so you can grow to be a better person. I'm gonna leave it right there.
That's some good, man. Y'all ain't gonna get this on many YouTube channels. Awesome out here, man. Awesome. This could be like a show on TV where you do.
Lloyd is already on TV. Lloyd is already on TV. Stop playing.
Like, this is amazing, because I'm not only I know about my number, but I'm learning about everybody else as you're doing these readings.
Yes,
it's awesome.
Yes.
It don't get better.
I'll have somebody call in on December 2nd. I think that's your mate's birthday, isn't it?
Yes, right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to DeAndre. And that is DeAndre's March 19th, 1995.
Same day as Harvey Weinstein.
Yep.
You did a very good job on him the other day. You did a very good job on him the other day, Simon. Kudos on that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Here's the thing. Of course, this person is not Harvey Weinstein. Here's the point. The point is that this person is what is called 52 days in the critical cycle. In other words, the Rosicrucians go from birthday to birthday. It's broken into 7 divisions. Each division lasts for a period of 52 days in length. Well, coming back around to this person's birthday, which is about 20-something days from now, they have been in their critical cycle about the last 30 days. So if things have been stressful, if things have been challenging, that's why the Rosicrucians use the word, not Simon or I, the Rosicrucians use the word, your critical cycle. So this is when you got to always be careful coming back around to the birthday. And in this case, this particular person born on March the 19th is in an 8 personal year. Which means they're in a growing up cycle. It's a cycle, and 8 is also the cycle of karma too. So in this case with Harvey Goldstein, and they said he was shocked when they put the handcuffs on him, because he thought he would just roll out of there with the walker, which is faking anyway. But in your case, young lady, it simply means that this is your time to take charge of your life, stay focused, grow, aim for the sun, even if you only hit the moon, but think big.
That's right. And pay attention to things that might try to come and haunt you or help you, because that is the number of the energy.
Yeah.
Things that come back, old things, old friends, old
Yeah.
family, all that coming back to either, and just look back into your mind's eye, because according to your numbers, your alignment numbers are 22, because 3 plus 19 is that 22, which is a 4. And that 22, you got to really consider when people come back into you. And because it adds up to a 4, you got to be careful of secret haters, of course. And then you're in an 8-year cycle that says you got to pay attention to these people that's coming in, and look back. And if you find any old friends and stuff popping up on you, go back into your mind's eye and say, were they an asset or a liability? And then leave their liability ass alone if they're a liability. I'm going to leave it right there. Brother Rich, any more?
I keep pressing mute, but I'm sorry. I keep pressing.
It's all right, brother. It's all right.
Don't worry.
Let's get to Christy. Christy is March 2nd, 1988.
Well, that's interesting, because that person has the same numbers as your wife that I just mentioned.
Yep.
Your wife's numbers are the 2, 7, and 3. This person's numbers are the 2, 7, and 3. That means they are, but unlike your wife, who's a fire sign with a water number, this particular person is a water sign with a water number that only heightens their sensitivities, heightens their intuitions, heightens their uniqueness, because Pisces in astrology is known as the psychic sign anyway. So if this person pays careful attention, they would almost appear to be psychic or sound psychic. And people will probably make them feel like, how do you know this? Which makes them feel kind of like, wow, how do I know these things? This is a male or female?
Female.
Yeah. And so I know she needs a hug twice a day. I know that being attentive to her is very important. And whoever dates her or married to her, the one fortunate thing is she's not high maintenance. You got some women that are high maintenance. If you bring her 1 rose, that's like bringing her a dozen roses. Not that she wouldn't want a dozen, but the fact that the little things always mean a lot to her. And so if a person can reach those little things, they will really have a nice woman in their midst. I can tell them that. And very detailed. And if you don't like details, then don't marry her, because they're very detailed.
And Lloyd said detail. Remember, her life path is a master number 22, which is a 4. So this is interesting. She's very detailed. But again, with those intuitive energy numbers, you have the water sign, and then you have the water number. My dear, pay attention to your energies. Not everybody deserves to be in your energy. Sometimes you got to be careful of energy vampires also. That's why I always recommend books like said about Energy Vampires by Dorothy Harbour, because she gives rituals on how intuitive people and empaths needs to get away from energy vampires. Just like Brother Rich's wife, she got to be careful of people's energy. She can't just bring anyone, and his son, he's born on the 2nd. He can't just bring anybody around him. You got to be very careful of energy. And then when you release energy, you got to learn how to be able to get it back by either hugging a tree or walking the plant or going in water, because that's a water energy. And remember, water is the natural conduit or natural lubricant between the physical and spiritual realm. So you get a lot of downloads when you're in the shower or when you're washing dishes or when you're in the water. So
yeah, that's true. Some of the best ideas come when a person's showering.
Great point. I'm glad you brought that up, King. Let's get to the next one. We got Helen, and Helen is January 12th, 1981.
Woo!
Everybody's in the first part of the year. She's what again? January
12th. Same day as Howard Stern.
And Jeff Bezos.
And Dr. Khalid Muhammad.
Yes, and also what's that man that was given the thing? He now has cancer. The radio show.
Rush Limbaugh.
That's his birthday too.
Yep.
That's how dysfunctional Simon and I are. Okay, that's how we roll. You give us a birthday, we gonna call out the roll. Okay, but that tells me this person is in fact they're in a very important year, because they're in an 8 personal year. I understand Jeff Bezos himself is due to get married. He just bought some mansion for 169 million ridiculous dollars, or whatever the case is. I ain't hating on him. But to me, that's a whole lot of money to spend on somebody you can't find in your household. I want to be able to find my boo when I want to. Okay, if I say hi to my kids when I want to, talk to my cat. not look at all they in the north section or whatever the case is.
Hey,
But be that as it may, this person is very ambitious, always has a drive. They will attract older and younger relationships at the same time. Very ambitious, and the only other thing is to avoid being used by other people to their advantage, which how they wind up going through mental suffering and anxiety of mind. Users. That's the only thing. People born on the 12th, I don't care what month, have to be careful of users. People who want to use them or use your resources or take advantage of your resources or whatever the case is.
And because she's in the eighth cycle, this is a major health cycle. She needs to pay attention to her stomach, her intestines, and her blood. She needs to pay attention to her teeth, her bones, her knees. And look at Rush Limbaugh. He's revealing it in his eighth cycle. His eighth person.
That's right.
And it's a major cycle. So, and he's born the same day. So please pay attention to your health and be careful of any nervous issues. I'm going to help because my spirit said go to health with her. And be careful of any nervous. Stop being learn to calm your nerve and don't let people get on your nerve, because what happened, you have your life path adds up to a 23, which is a 5. So you can develop a lot of scattered thoughts and be all over, and anxiety and all that. Protect, and 3 rules anxiety also. 3 rules anxiety. That number 12 rules anxiety. So you got to protect. Say it again, brother.
They rules anxiety and panic attack.
And panic attacks. So please, my spirit just said went to health with her. So please.
Let's get to Al Bird, and Al Bird is November 13th, 1977.
November 13th. Okay. He's born the same day as Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg.
That tells me this person is really kind of ahead of their time. The price that visionary people pay isn't always easy, because you kind of know, and it seems like you're a person by yourself on an island by yourself, but it's just a matter of time before people finally get it. Okay, and when they get it, they've got it. So 4 people meet with resistance by people that are envious of them, jealous, insecure of them, whatever the case may be. And this person, also born on the 13th of November, indicates a very sensitive soul. They are very unique in how they approach life, approach relationships, and everything for that nature. And this particular year, they, as you and I know, Simon, they happen to be in a 1 personal year. So this is a year to jumpstart their life, jumpstart their career, jumpstart a relationship. And speaking of relationships, it does suggest that Leos, Aries, and Aquarians will probably play some important role in their affairs before it's over, or somebody born on the 1st, the 4th, the 10th, the 13th, 19th, 22nd, 28th, or 31st of the month.
Powerhouse. That's right. And their life path happens to be a 21, which is a 3. And what's so
they said 77, right? Yeah.
Exactly. And what's so funny, and because of that 3, that 21, and remember the 21 is usually called the universal number, or the crown of the Magi. But it also says honor and elevation in your life, but you got to go through the long fights, and then you have to get your victory after you go through your long fight. So yes, you got to go through some stuff to get to some stuff, but you got to hold the path, stay focused, because that number 4 is the structure, discipline, and organizational number that needs to stay focused and stay on the path, dotting every I and crossing every T.
Yep.
That's right. We're gonna stay right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. let me put our contact in the thing now, because I know I'm his moderator. So let me put it in there.
Put the contact. We're gonna continue to mind the family. You want the extended version, which I recommend for everybody in the chat room, and even if you was you decided not to donate right now to get a mini reading, I advise, and we got 682 people in the chat. I advise all 686 people in the chat to get an extended reading from these gentlemen. I'm telling you, it will definitely change your life. And with that being said, we're gonna get to the next one. This is Kizzy, and Kizzy is August the 3rd, 1977.
Sign with a fire number. Okay? And that means in essence that this person is going through a 6th personal year. So this person is going to be making some adjustments. This year is good for them to fall in love, fall out of love, depending on what their present status is. This is a year for them to attend more to their health and be more conscious, aware of their intake, their diet, exercising, getting back in the gym, whatnot. It's also 6th, the year they're in, is also one of those compensation cycles. So let's say they entered into an arrangement with a party or parties and they didn't hold their end of the bargain up. Well, the law of compensation is going to make up for them. But I can tell you this this person started out old, and as they get older, they get younger, and so do the relationships that come in their lives as well.
And you know, she's born the same day as Michael Ealy, the handsome young man that be doing his acting career all the time.
Yeah.
And her alignment number is a master number 11. So again, that because the 8 plus the 3 adds up to a master number 11. So you have a lot of ideas that come to your head, darling. Please write your ideas and put them to work, because you're born on the writer and oratory number. That means you're supposed to express yourself and then expand. One thing I tell people born under the 3rd or born on the 12th of the month or the 21st or the 30th of the month, please turn your pain, passions, and pleasures into profit by writing and expressing and expanding on multiple levels. Stop limiting yourself. Are you locking up your genius? That's the question I got to ask you. And I'm going to do a thing on my King Simon Presents on YouTube. Are you putting your genius in jail? Why are you keeping your genius locked up?
And one thing I would like to recommend to this number 3 person on Netflix, you know, because it's Black History Month, there is a documentary called Uppity, Uppity. It's the story of Willie T. Ribs, who was the first African-American to race in, you know, the car racing in Indianapolis, Florida, and all that stuff. He was the number 3. In other words, when you tell a 3 person they can't do something, Rich, they go bonkers. They go the opposite. They roll up their shirt sleeve and everybody get out of the way because they're coming through. And if she or he wants to see the positive side of a 3 and how when told you can't do something, you rise to the occasion, you rise to that moment, that's a good documentary to see for inspiration.
And Eddie Murphy is the 3. People
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, did you know Marlon, what's his name? Marlon Brando?
Yes.
Wanted him to play. Marlon Brando was going to actually produce a movie called Robinson Crusoe. And in the book, Robinson Crusoe had a kind of a servant boy. Do you know Marlon Brando wanted Eddie Murphy to be that person?
Really?
And Eddie Murphy gave him the stick. Okay, get out of here.
Gave him the stick. Now pause.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know Marlon Brando was going down some ways. I heard.
Hey, let's keep going. Let's get to
yeah. Sorry about that. Be distracted. I mean, Rich, let me just say this: Simon and I have so much in our heads.
I can see that.
Yeah, we do. Okay. Go ahead, man.
Christopher is May 19th. We was just talking about May 19th.
Woo!
1989.
What's this, male or female?
Male.
Christopher, right?
That means that in order for this person to really be happy, they at some point need to have their own business.
Yes.
Number 1 people, number 9 people are normally your CEOs, CFOs, presidents, vice presidents, heads of departments, managers, supervisors, directors. A winner always comes in number 1, Rich. So number 1 people don't like coming in 2, 2.5, 3, or 4 or 5. They come in number 1. My father was a number 1. He had his own business. Gentleman will probably have his own business. Simon is a number 1. Ever since I met Simon, he's always been enterprising, things of that nature. So this person is very strong-willed. And by the way, their birthday suggests they wear glasses or should wear glasses too.
And took their life path as a 6. So they should deal with something dealing with the healing, natural health, anything deal with counseling and nurturing people.
Yeah.
And because your alignment number is also a number 6, there's something, when I see a lot of 6s pop up in your chart and your name and all that, there's something involving the family you got to heal from. Just like Malcolm X had to heal from his family issue. He born on 5/19. Remember, his mother was in an insane asylum. His father was killed. There's things that he had to heal from. Grace Jones, born on the same day, who was my family member. She broke off from her father back in the day because of her eclectic attitude, her illicit ways. So her father was a pastor. This is my relative, Grace Jones, from my side in Spanish Town in Jamaica, on my father's side. So I already know that history. I'm not going to never write about it, but I'm telling you, because you're born under that number, and I see a lot of 6s pop up, your life path is a 6. Balance, the need for balance, harmony, and forgiveness is very important for you. Please forgive and let go and grow.
Now, it's not always easy to forgive and let go.
I know. It's a process. It's a process.
But it's worth it if you can. It's worth it.
Yes, sir. It's worth it.
Okay, let's get to Ariane Lemon. This is May 2nd, 1983.
That person would be a earth sign with a water number, which means they would be a very nurturing type of individual, sympathetic, creative, emotional, artistic, and definitely romantic, without question. Like to collect things wherever they go. And because they are born on May the 2nd, that means this year, their personal year is in lockstep with their date of birth. And so therefore, this person has a better than average chance of developing or getting into a more meaningful relationship this year. Definitely doing some changes around the workplace, a new workstation supervisor, or changes within the home itself by throwing things out, bringing things in, etc. But this is a person of patience too. Simon?
Yes, sir. And her life path is a number 19, which add up to a 10. Now, we know in numerology, the 19 is known as the sun. Of course, and it's a promise of happiness, success, esteem, and honor, and promise of your plans being made up for the future. Be good. Remember, the sun shines light on things. But she's born in 1983, and that's the expansion years. According to certain metaphysics sciences or metaphysics people, because something happened in 1943, every time that 43, 53, 63, 73, 83, 93 comes about, there's a vortex that opens up because of an experiment that took place in 1943, according to certain metaphysics. So when people buy, like Polite is born in 83, then my son is born on 93, and they have this special ability for some reason. And because that's the expansion year, because it adds up to a number 21, which is a 3, that deals with expansion, deals with growth, it deals with elevation on multiple. And look, I'm not going to go any deeper, but you need to elevate, you need to write your ideas and help people. Very important when you're born under the number 2, help people.
Let's get to Raina Thompson. Raina is you know, Raina just wanted to show love. Raina didn't send her.
Hey, Raina, send that money to Brother Rich.
Patreon too, so I want to. Okay, Raina, I appreciate it.
How did she spell her name, by the way?
She spelled her name. He can use the Raina.
She spelled it. Yeah, this she's special because she's a Patreon. Rainna.
Oh, okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it tells me from her name that she will attract, or her mom or dad could have been a Gemini or Virgo or an Aquarius, all born on the 5th, the 6th, the 14th, 15th, 23rd, 24th of the month. It also tells me she's quick in thought, quick in action, and the secret to holding on to her is let her go. And we clocking every morning about where you're going. It's like, didn't we discuss this matter already?
Y'all see what he just did? Did y'all see what he? Go ahead, kick something.
And notice we did, and Simon and I don't use a pencil. Everything is here.
Bro, y'all see what he didn't even have the birthday. He said, how does she spell her name?
Exactly. And because she has a multitude of ones, she's very assertive.
Yeah, and 5, yes, that's right.
Right. She probably attracts people that's born under that number also. She attracts a lot of. Now, the first number and the second number is very important because in the Chaldean system of numerology, the number R equals the number 2 and the A equals 1. So that 3 says she needs to express herself. She needs to talk. She needs to let it out. She needs to write. See, I could deal with the first vowel and the first consonant, and it tells you a lot just off of that. We can keep on going with each letter. That's how good numbers is. Each letter have a meaning because the numbers are connected to it at different aspects of the numbers chart.
We're ready next.
Let's keep rolling. We're gonna keep rolling for about a half an hour more.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We're gonna get to all of y'all. Let's get to Millie. The people who did the PayPal, out of the people down in this country. I'm gonna get to y'all in a second. Let's get to Millie. Millie is August the 10th, 1994.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Millie. M-I. Numbers indicates that she's a woman that knows what she wants from the bedroom to the boardroom.
That's right.
She's going to tell you exactly how she rolls. That's what it is. She doesn't look her age, although she is an old soul spiritually. But her birthday, I don't care what year she's born in, will always be like a more youthful, upbeat, positive, I'm in charge type of personality. So her challenge in relationships is not finding a male, it's finding a man, which is a big difference for her.
And she's born the same day as the person you spoke about yesterday, Daniel Pina. Brother Rich, Dana Pina, the one that makes billionaires. And she's born the same day as Brother Polite. On the same day,
the same day as my granddaughter.
And the same day as your granddaughter. Now, your life path is a number 5. So traveling is going to be very important and has been very important to you. It's just avoid being scattered in any way. That's going to be most important, because your year that you're born, 1994, adds up to a 23, which is 5. Your life path is a 23, is another 5. So you got to be very careful of being scattered and all over the place. Please learn to focus, which the number 1 wants you to do. And because your alignment numbers are 9, finish what you start. Stop being indecisive. Stop second guessing yourself. Finish what you start, and you'll be all right. Leave it right there.
Let's get to the next one. Before we do, I'm gonna keep doing this. Leave your contact info. I gotta keep reminding the people so they can get this full reading from you, gentlemen.
I'm gonna put it up there right now in the chat.
Contact info.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start. Mine is all the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all under Numbers and You. I do have a fan page called Lloyd Strahorn also, because once I get to 5,000, they won't accept more. And I wonder if that's because Zuckerberg is born on the 14th. He's born in the 5th month of May and on the 14th, and all he lets is 5,000. So I wow. The magic of it. You know what I'm saying? What can I tell you? Anyway, though, they can always go to my website, lloyd-strahorn.com. My toll-free number is 1-800-581-4401. That's 1-800-581-4401. But I'm proud to say I now have, because a lot of people have been calling and asking, and some even from your show too. And when they heard Simon on, will you be teaching a course? I now have an online course at udemy.com, UDEMY.com. It's very simple, UDEMY.com. And the course is $149.99 for the 10-part course. But right now, because it just launched this week, they now got it on sale up until the 28th. So you got 2 days to get it for under $12. So a person that it's serious, if they ain't got no money, get up $12, okay? Now you know how sometimes we wait till last minute, Rich, okay? Right. So when it's $140, when it's the full price, don't say that you didn't have an opportunity on this 26th, the 27th, and the 28th to get it for next to nothing with 91% off.
Yep. That's right. Make sure you get his book also before you get into his course. You need his book.
Yeah. By the way, and the first 20 people that sign up for the course, leave me their number and I will give them their lucky numbers, lucky days only.
That's right.
20 people that sign up for the course, I'll give them their lucky numbers and lucky days.
We all need to know that. We all need to know that.
And they ain't got to go through the whole course. I can give it to them right there.
All right.
There's Simon's book. Yeah.
That book is Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I have
the title.
My children's book is Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. And my promotional book is No Promotion is Bad Promotion. Just spell my name right. Very good book to read to find out history about promotion. Also, you can go to KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. For events, KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com. All social media, King Simon Productions, Instagram, King Simon Prod on Twitter, King Simon Productions on Facebook, on my Facebook page. If you want to be my Facebook public fan page, that could hold any amount of people. I remember Prince went up to 1 million. He shut it down and directed everybody to his website. So that's what Prince does. But I love it. But yeah, King Simon on everything. Just Google us up. King Simon Productions or Lloyd Strahorn. You Google us up now.
So we got Alicia. Alicia's May 9th, 1979.
She is no joke. That's all I can tell you. She don't take no prisoners. And when you step to her, you got to step to her correct if you're a guy, okay? And in fact, she would probably tell you, like Moms Mabley used to say, the only thing a woman can do for me is bring me a man. That's her. Right there. And she will find that she tends to attract people in law enforcement, the military, or in some form of uniform and handle tools, machines, or instruments. She'll probably verify that later.
That's interesting because being that her life path is a 22, which is a 4, she needs structure and discipline in her life also. So I wouldn't be surprised if she attract men in uniform and those military men and like action movies.
The discipline,
and like action movie. Alignment or pinnacle number, first pinnacle number is 14, which is a 5. So be mindful of your scattered mindedness. Don't be out there. Make sure you hone things because 14, the 5 plus the 9 equals 14 is a number that can deal with combinations of people, deal with many people, deal with risk factors and all that, and making good speculation. But you got to stay focused and finish what you start. That's what the 9 says, and that's what your master number 22 says as your life path. Finished.
Okay, so we got
Broke that down, Simon. Good.
I'm just giving it quick, real quick.
Broke that down.
We got Jeremy. Jeremy is August 31st, 1980.
He's a Virgo like you, but he's a 4. And so he's born in the 8th month on a 4 day. And these are two numbers that Simon and I know tend to be misunderstood. So it tells me it hasn't been easy being this person born on that day. Of course, Simon probably got the year to determine the destiny, because if it's not one thing, it's another. But a person who's very sensitive, high strung, wounded in their feelings quite easily, doesn't take much, prefer to be their own best company, know people, but don't have a lot of friends at all, but are genius in a way that they love to think outside the box, and they're totally unconventional in their approach toward anything that they go after.
That's right. And what's so interesting, the alignment number is 3 and their life path is a 3. So they really need to express themselves, because the 4 has the tendency to hold things in, when in actuality, you're supposed to let it out so it doesn't cause any health problems, because of depression that 4 could hold, and mental depression that 4 can hold, you need to release, because your first number, as far as the alignment achievement number, is a 3. Your life path, the number is alignment is a number 12, which is a 3. Do not become a victim. Let it out. Speak up in a timely fashion, please. That 4 is going to always tell you to hold it in, but no, let it out. Be respectful, show love, show humanitarian that you are as a Virgo. Be a humanitarian, but show love, but let it out. Don't hold it in.
All right, let's get to a couple of the, now these are a couple of individuals outside the country. So shout out to our international family.
Okay.
The first one is Ak. Birthday is March 8th, 1985.
Oh, they're in their 52-day critical cycle. They need to be a little careful, a little wary in their approach. They, being a Pisces 8 person, their most important numbers are the 8, 3, and 6. And they'll find that Saturday, Friday, and Thursdays are always their best days. And for this particular person, they are going to happen to be passing through a 6 personal year, which is going to be a good year for them to fall in love, fall out of love, or whatever the case is, and be compensated for something that, let's say, they entered into an agreement with, but the party or parties did not make their end of the agreement. Then this person is going to can definitely reasonably look for some form of compensation coming their way in other ways.
Wow, people are calling me. Stop calling me, people. Not, I'm online.
Lloyd, they're in the chat room saying they just got your course. So the Udemy course, people saying they got it. A couple of people.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, how you gonna get a course for $12? Okay, please.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. And for the first 20, 25 people that do that, that say they got it, and I think because it's new for me, I think they can leave a response, and I will get back to them and tell them all their lucky numbers, and that's my way of thanking them for being one of the first. They're the pioneers to actually take the course, spread the word, and let everybody know that for only $12 up until the 28th. Now, if you wait till the 29th, everything is full price. Period. Right. No excuse. You got 24, 48 hours.
Yes, please take his course, because that although I never formally took a course with Lloyd, but I have learned throughout the course of
you also come to take the course at City College too, but
yeah, I came to the
totally different. Simon totally different.
He let me speak. That's what he did. That's how deep it was. He let me talk.
Simon is a genius.
But that same guy we just did, that was March 8, 1985. His life path is a number 25, which is a 7. So please, the 7, I always got to deal with the positive and the negative. So I'll go to the 7, because you got to protect your mind from any worry and depression. And because 7 is that visionary number, you got to lay back, observe, listen, but make sure you do the research that's needed to move forward. So because you have that life path, you're not the kind of person that's just going to jump out a window without a parachute.
Yeah.
When other people might do
that, Simon. I like how you put it. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So please, if you want to make that money from your 8 cycle, that 8 money executive cycle, you have to research anything that you get into and make sure you know the pros and cons and whatever you do. And keep it moving.
All right, this is Cecile. I think this is from France or something. September 25th, 1988.
September 25th?
Yeah,
1988.
Okay, they are born the same day as Will Smith and Michael Douglas and a couple of George Reed, the actor, and all that other stuff.
And Childish Gambino.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Catherine Zeta-Jones, to name a few. But
Yeah.
and Peter Falk. They
And
played
my father. And my father.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why these meetings take so long because we got to go through the roster here. But anyway, though, Rich, this particular person is the strong silent type. They may not say much, but what's what they do? Very independent minded, very individualistic, very analytical, love to question, which is the nature of a 7 and a 5. They love to question. So I tell anybody, if you're around a person with a lot of 5s or 7s, because you got a 5 too, Rich. So that's when you're back numbers. And 5s love the question. They're very curious about life. They're curious about all things. And so therefore they got questions. So between that 5 and 7. So in her case, with her born on the 25th, it just simply means she's very analytical. She happens to be passing through a 2 personal year, which means she's in a transitory stage. She's got to watch her stomach and digestive tract by either change of diet or be more conscious of how she takes care of her reproductive organs and stuff like that. If there's a case, perhaps Queen of Four or some other people that Simon and I know could be of help to her. She also has to be a little patient, and but things are happening beneath the surface, and by the same time next year she will see the fruits of her labor, guaranteed.
And also because she has a multitude of 7, her alignment number is a number 34, which is a 7, and that she's born on the 7/25, which is a 7. Metaphysics, astrology, numerology would be good to help give you guidance, and also paying attention to your intuition and how you guide yourself. Don't worry about a thing, but yet write down what you want in your life, whether it's a man, whether it's a house, whether it's and subconsciously visualize. That's why this is such a good book that Rich recommended, The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Good book to get. I've been reading and studying.
You know what? I got mine when I was in India.
He got the original. Oh man, from India.
Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Yep. When I was in India. Shows you great minds think alike.
That's right.
Okay, let's keep it moving. Before I do this, sister, I want to show the people this real quick.
Yes.
You sent me this book a while ago. And
what's the name of it?
Probably Soul Trilogy. I can't see that good.
Yes.
But shout out to this sister. Sometimes people send me gifts of their products. And this is the study of your soul's energy for positive self and spiritual development. This is by Lisa Renee Edmonds. So I don't know if she's going to see this show or not, but I want to just give her energy a thank you for sending me this book.
Yeah, I would love to get that book too.
Yeah, I just started taking a look at it. So thank you to this sister. But she literally sent it about 2 years ago. I just started taking a look at it. I put it someplace and I just picked it up and seen it. So shout out to the sister here.
Hey.
Let's moving forward. I want to get to E.B. Lolu, 9/17/1991. Another 9/17.
Yeah.
1991.
You know, 8 people are very conservative. 8 people, because it's governed by the planet Saturn, tends to be misunderstood first. When you meet it, now the men don't get it as much as the women do, but the women have often been incorrectly accused of being cold or distant, detached, lacking in feelings and affections, when the opposite is true. 8 people are the most loyal companions you can have. They're warm, they're loyal, they're faithful. 8 is God's number. So therefore, when an 8 person feels that they are on the side of truth and God is on their side, they're not budging. They're not budging at all. And so what I'm saying is that you couldn't have gotten a person more loyal, more faithful with an earth sign, an earth number, being very pragmatic and very grounded, and they will stick with you through the end of time. So I think that's great.
I wanted to say something about that person that wrote the book. Her first name is Lisa, right? Real quick.
Lisa. Yeah, Lisa.
How she spells it?
Lisa.
Okay, because in the Pythagorean system, it adds up to a 14, which is a 5, which is one of the writer's numbers. And then in the Chaldean system, it adds up to a number 8. So the more she writes and express herself, she can make some money. That 8 helps make that money. So that's good. Keep on writing, keep on expressing yourself, and you keep on making that fun.
But going on the 17th of September, like you, this will be a year where they will be in a kind of a transitory period where things are going to be moving slow, but moving nonetheless. You know what it is? Like last year, she planted seeds. That's in cycle number 1. So now cycle number 2 that you're in, you got to water the seeds and just be patient. But things are happening. It just may be happening slow, but things are happening. And by the same time next year, you and she and everybody born on that day will definitely see the fruits of their labor.
Right, because y'all are in an expansion cycle. And then her
Yeah,
life
yeah,
path
the
is
prosperity cycle. In
exactly.
fact, Rich, you're gonna be my new best friend next year.
That's right. We coming for you, Rich. and her life path is a 10. So again, that Wheel of Fortune energy has been with her for a long time. It's just that she has problems being indecisive and second guessing her greatness and her ability. Remember, 17 is also the legacy leaving number. They're supposed to leave something after they leave here.
It is
Before
called
they
the
leave.
number of immortality, which means when you transition, Rich,
Yes.
people will still speak lovingly and reverently of your
Right.
name. Trust
And
me.
look at Michael Jordan, the 17th. Also, Steve Harvey, the 17th. Michelle Obama, the 17th. Les Brown, the 17th. Muhammad Ali, the 17th. That's what they do.
Newton, the 17th.
That's right. That's what they do.
Marcus Garvey, my hero,
the 17th. Exactly.
So we'll 17 you all night long for the rest of the show. Okay?
Let's get to Chioma. Chioma Chi. What is this? April 20th, 1989.
Woo!
What's this?
April 20th, 1989.
Oh, that's a borderline case. Not
yes.
It has to do with the mental state. It depends on the time, the year, and the location they were born. So because around the 20th, 21st, 22nd of each sign is in astrology a cusping. It's like you have a foot in one sign you're about to leave and another foot going into the other sign. And so you will find that almost always this person will read two signs. They'll read Aries and they'll read Taurus. And probably by the time they reach adulthood, like now, they've already decided which one fits them more. I would put this person more in a Taurus. They're born the same day as Luther Vandross,
Adolf Hitler.
Yeah,
Hitler.
Seinfeld, a couple other people. But this person is very, very sensitive, very, very intuitive, very practical, down to earth, and the little things mean a lot to them. And yet they got an eye for detail. So people think, well, you're getting caught up in the minutia, but I remind people like those that it's the little nuts and bolts that hold the tables together, the cars together, everything together. You take the little nuts and bolts out, brother, you got to put it all back together again. So everybody plays their part in the scheme of numbers.
And what's so funny, she's born on the 20th, which in tarot numerology is the awakening number, the judgment.
That's right.
So they have to be awakened to their new purpose, their new plans, their new ambitions, and all that. But they have to, and then you're in 2020, which to me is a master number. 2020 is 2 20s here. So there's a vision that this is a good year for her if she plans and knows what she's doing and stay compassionate and loving what she does, because also her life path is a number 6 that says she needs to maintain always balance within herself and then spread it and share it with others.
Well, can I read something that just came through as a result of being on your show, Rich?
Yeah.
Yes.
It says, "Peace, Lloyd. Me and my boy Bryson just bought your class. I'm excited to dig into this thing tonight. I'm happy to see you brought it to fruition, brother. Much love and blessings." It's from Stephen Bryson. And thanks, Stephen. And to all those that have signed up. See, you got to understand, Steve, you're very special. I get calls everywhere when I'm on your show.
Yep.
Me too. But
I got 20 people lined up already here. And
I wanted to save this introduction. What better place to introduce that is on? But unlike, to my great surprise, when I checked it today, thinking it's 149, they slashed it 91%. So I'm saying, who can't get this course? So 600 people in there, about 500 should be able to sign up for $12. Also, only the first 20, 25 people, though, I'm going to call back and give them their lucky numbers in a few days. But I ain't going to call everybody and their mother, no.
Lloyd, is it pre-recorded or are you doing it live?
No, it's pre-recorded. They can go at their own pace. It's
okay.
Udemy, udemy.com, and it's called Learn from Lloyd, How to Read a Person Like a Book, $12.
It don't
Not wait till Friday, Saturday. It's going to be full-blown price.
Let's get to the next one. We got LaShawn. LaShawn is December 27th, 1972.
December 27th?
27th,
Michael Jackson's father. He was born, Michael Jackson's father was born on July 26th. I stand corrected.
Right.
Whoever this person is, they have a very good opinion of themselves. They think they're all of that in 2 bags of chips. They don't take orders well. They would like to travel this world universally. They tend to either wear uniforms or be attracted to people who do wear uniforms. Normally 9 people do well in law enforcement, the military, construction. They also do well as international players on life stages, world leaders, presidents of governments and countries and companies and things like that. Mine's very inspirational, motivational, but it also tells me at the same time, since this person's a fire sign and a fire number, that as fire is their greatest friend, fire will also be their enemy.
Wait a minute. When is their birthday? It's 12/27, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're Capricorn, Lloyd.
I thought you said July 27th.
No, 12.
Boy, Mercury is really retrograde. That is not me. Okay, good. Mercury retrograde. Thank you, Simon. Yeah.
You're welcome, sir.
Born the same day as my good buddy Bosa Rivers, guy Kenneth Amos that played on Good Times, the father.
Yes.
That's his birthday. His name is John Amos. Sorry,
John Amos. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, this person is still, whether I didn't get the right sign, but the number's always the same. Nines normally have very good opinion of themselves. That's how they think. And this is why they have open enemies, because people will misinterpret their courage and confidence as being cocky and arrogant. Okay. Yeah. But they're not. But somebody's got to think well of themselves, so it might as well be them as far as they're concerned. Not only that, as Simon knows, they're going through a 7 personal year. Mm-hmm. This is a year that's challenging for a lot of people, as Simon and I know, because it's a year that's more spiritual than emotional, like boyfriend, girlfriend, or material, like getting a job or money. And right. Simon and I know that since 7 is a magnetic number, what you think is what you attract. So if this person is walking around all year saying, I don't have no money, the source will make sure it becomes a self-fulfilled prophecy and they have no money.
And then on top of that, their life path is a number 4. So that adds even more in this
That's
type.
The secret enemies, yeah.
Exactly.
So in other words, from what Simon and I know, if we talk to this person, they will tell you, if it ain't one thing, it's another.
Mm-hmm. And 9 is that number of completion, but also remember 27 is that number of staying productive and staying creative, especially in your mind, because the 2 and the 7 comes first before the 9, and both of them are your challenge number. 2 and 7 is a challenge to the number 9. So sometimes this person could be a walking contradiction if they don't learn to focus and redirect themselves and have order and structure in their life. Very important that y'all do that. So, and see things till you finish, complete the job that you are given, whether it's for yourself or whether it's for your job or your family, complete it. Very important that you do so.
Let's get to we got Q44. They go by the name Q44, and that's they are 92090.
920. Okay, that's that person is a earth sign with a water number. They will be a Virgo 2 person, but because they're born on the 20th, that means their whole goal is to awaken or raise people's consciousness or awareness of the things around them. I notice 2s, particularly women, have some background in either dance or theater, design or something. They ballet dance, African dance, modern dance, whatever the case is, or they just like to see people dance. This person, because Virgo is a finicky sign and 2 is a finicky number, it tells me they will be finicky about their eating habits and dietary laws too. And if you write the number 2, it's almost shaped like the intestines of the stomach, which is why 2s are normally very finicky and fussy about what they eat and whose plate they eat from and what establishment they eat out of as well. And very psychic, by the way.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that because not only that 20 is a psychic, but their alignment number is a number 11, which is also intuitive, revelatories. They should always have a vision board, have a vision for what you want to do it. Whether you're going to do it in 20 days, 20 weeks, 20 months, 20 years, make sure you have a vision. And because your life path is a number 12, which is a 3, write all the things you do and turn it into something. Manifest, because it is the expansion number. 3 is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter is the largest planet in the universe that deals with expanding yourself, expanding your breast, expanding your mind, expanding your thought patterns. Very important that you do so. I'm gonna keep it like that until you're ready for the reading.
Let's get to Gabe. Gabe is February 12th, 1983.
This is the second February 12th we have. So I'll say their lucky numbers are the 3, 4, and 1. Their best days are Thursday and Sunday, and a minor way Monday. But their best months are always in February, March, August, and December. And in this case, since this person is born on February the 12th, we know, as Simon and I do, that they happen to be in a 9 personal year, which is this is their year to wrap things up. This is the year to bring everything to a close. Yet at the same time, this is the year to fulfill, Rich, anything they've been after or yearning for or trying to get or manifest. This is the year to make it happen. And at the same time, there's a possibility of them embarking on long distance trips where they travel across large bodies of water, large bodies of land.
And anything you do have to be of compassion, because your life path adds up to the number 26, which is the 8. And the 2 and 6 are the numbers of balance, compassion, companionship, love, harmony. But that 8, when you have the 26 in the tarot numerology, remember that's a number of being careful of bad association, bad partnerships, bad speculation, bad advice, bad unions. And you always got to be careful and of the circle you keep along your life, because then you're born under the 12, which is a 3, which is one of the scandalous numbers. That's why you always have to expand your mind and also recognize who are assets and liabilities in your life. We'll move on from there. Thank you.
We got Portia. Portia is July 22nd, 1986.
July 22nd.
Yeah, July 22nd, 1986.
She would be in the early stages of Leo. I would say her numbers are the 4, 1, and 5. Her best days are always on Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. She tends to do well during the months of February, June, July, August, and September. And she tends to be quite unique within her own right. A person who is always preferred to be her own best company, don't need a lot of people to be happy, and inaccurately accused of often being snooty, stuck up, or who does she think she is by other women, which is totally incorrect.
And because she's born on the 22nd, just don't live in a fantasy world. Everything is real in the field. Please stay structured, disciplined, and pay attention to your intuition. You have alignment number, which is also 29, which is 11. You got to be careful of people who try to deceive you in relationship. So sometimes you go through relationship ups and downs, whether it be in your family, whether it be in business, whether it be intimate. So you always have to pay attention to your intuition. I guarantee that when you talk to the person that you last had a relationship with, you knew that person wasn't for you, but you had to go through that lesson and that blessings for yourself, because that's what usually goes on with us, and we need to keep that balance. All right.
Okay, let's get to Eduardo. Eduardo is December 5th, 1983.
Wow. 1983?
Yeah. And what's his birthday again?
December 5th.
December 5th.
Okay. This person would be a fire sign with an air number. That means actions and intellectual pursuits. It also means a man of versatility, a man who wears many hats, a person, because they are under Sagittarius, would know people from all walks of life. They should, and I encourage people under this sign to learn a second language, because Sagittarius rules foreigners, foreign countries, foreign languages. So it would be best to him. And this would also explain why he would attract people outside of his own ethnicity too.
And he's born the same day as Little Richard and Walt Disney, which is interesting.
Right, on the 5th. And also Lloyd Rogers is born on the 5th too.
On the 5th of December, yes, sir. And of course, he's an old soul. He needs to pay it. So when I see old soul numbers, when I add the 12 plus the 5 equals 17, which is the 8, is a legacy leaving number again, but that 8 is representative of the old soul energy. So anytime you see that old soul energy, y'all are supposed to take old things and put old wine and put it into new bottles. So bring old things and old situations and turn it into new. Just like my man Kanye West, born June the 8th, he took old music and remixed them for new and made money out of them. Pay attention to the patterns. And then your life path is a number 2, which deals with the sensitivities and being overly sensitive. Please pay attention to your sensitivities and just learn to express yourself more.
In other words, don't mess with Simon. Okay. Don't mess with Simon.
Let's get to Katrina. Katrina is July 13th, 1979.
Oh, same as Gerald Levert that I had the pleasure of meeting, and his dad too.
Both of them born the same day, July 13th?
His father is born on June the 16th.
Okay.
The 7th.
Okay.
But they both autographed my CD.
Oh, okay.
They were both at WBLS Radio, and I had them both autograph my CD, which is a collector's item. Also, Harrison Ford is also born on July 13th, too, by the way, and a couple of people. But it indicates whoever this person is, they're very unique. They're really an old soul in that sense, as Simon had mentioned to one of the previous callers. It's like they've been here before. It's what they're re-experiencing at this point in time. The fact that this year adds up to a 4, and they're born on the 13, which is a 4, which means they're going through a 6 personal year. So at the same time, this is going to be like a love-hate year, a year that's very significant, but a year that's very challenging as far as relationships and health and commitments and things around the home and family is concerned.
And 13 is always known as the power number, but you have to use it with discretion. Yeah. Oh, please. Because a lot of people have the fear of the 13, but it was never fearful in our culture. It's always been fearful to the European country. But how ironic that they have 13 states, 13 colonies, 13 this and all that kind of stuff when they started the country. But anybody who understands the number 13 have power and dominion. And then that 1 deals with creativity and being assertive. That 3 deals with the expansion, expressive modality that they have.
Fire numbers.
And they're both fire numbers. Yes, exactly. And then recognize that their life path is also a number 1. So, leaning towards business, running your own enterprises, and also being the leader in whatever you do, especially throughout your life, is something that you need to do. You need to set up your own business, but make sure you dot every I, cross every T in what you're doing.
These are all the things that will be learned and shared in the workshop that's coming up on June the 20th.
Okay, so we got Maurice. We're going to extend the time a little bit to get everybody reading, but I'm not accepting payments anymore. We're going to just finish up whoever sent their payment. For those in the chat room, I'm reading they're doing readings of people who sent a small donation to my Cash App and my PayPal, but I'm no longer accepting payments. We were supposed to end at 6, but we're going to go over a little bit to finish these readings, but to get extended reading courses, everything. These brothers are gonna. King Simon is gonna leave the info in the chat, right?
I'm gonna put it right now. Here it goes. There you go.
Leave the info in the chat. I see everybody saying they just bought they got the course from Udemy.
Very good.
Said, we got 600 and something people. All 600 people should have the course by the end of the program.
Excuse me, for $12, I'd say you're right.
You better jump up.
Yes.
Exactly. So I'm gonna finish up everybody with the Cash App. Let's get to Did we just do? No, we didn't do Maurice. Let's get to Maurice. March 7th, 1986.
March 7th. Okay, this is a very analytical person, very individualistic in their own set. 7s are known to be very sarcastic, like you need to take a long walk over a short bridge and keep walking. 7s are, they just have their own way of how they do things, which makes them stand out. 7s are very curious. They go down the rabbit hole. Because this person is a water sign with a water number, and 7 rules that part of the year, which is Pisces. This person, I would say, is a strong silent type. In other words, it's not so much what he says as so much as what he does. And that's how I see that. And his most important numbers are the 7, 2, and 3. And they'll find that Mondays and Thursdays and Fridays are the best days.
And it's very important for them to always observe and listen more than they speak, because they cut through a lot of the BS when they do such a thing. And because their alignment numbers are 10 and a 1, that is that assertiveness. But the 7 is always the numbers of download and vision also. So your download through the water energy, but the assertiveness through the water energy is very important that you use. And because you're born in the year that adds up to 24, which is a 6, please have a loving attitude, be loving to people, and serve the people as you're getting older. It will be very helpful to you.
Let's get to Nadine. Nadine is born December 4th, 1972.
A lot of 4s coming in today, Simon.
Yeah.
December 4th, what year?
1972.
That is Jay-Z's birthday, as we all know.
Yep.
But she may say, well, if I'm born Jay-Z, because people are so funny, Rich. If I'm born Jay-Z, where's my money? Where's my Jay-Z money? Well, you don't have Jay-Z's name. You wasn't born in this year. You wasn't born in this environment. There's a lot of things that Simon and I know that varies why you ain't got the same money as the same person famous as you. And those that's how that happens. But in this case, December 4th, this particular year is going to be especially good for them because it's the year of the 4, and they are a 4. And they will find also that they will be going through a 2 on 11. I'm doing this in my head, Simon.
Yes.
So I don't know whether they will, in fact, be in an 11 master number year, which I suspect they may, or in a 2 personal year. But either way, it deals with relationships. It deals with members of the opposite sex. It deals with taking your time. It deals with change of diet. It deals with changes around the home. It deals with paying attention to the details, the fine points in life, and beginning to absorb concepts in terms of how things are expressed to you, what they mean, and how it is said and stuff like that, and to take their time.
And that's what's so good about it, because that's what we do. And the life path, Lloyd, is a 26, which is an 8, of course. And One thing it tells me that they need to learn to understand money and finance from two different perspectives. Remember, finance is a currency, so it's an energy. And once you learn the balance of and speak kindly of money and not talk badly against money,
yeah,
then it will help you, because 4 has a tendency to go down depression and worry just like the 7. And when you add the 12 plus the 4 equals the 16, which is a 7, they have the 7 there, they have the 4 there. So they have to be very careful of their thought patterns. Stay motivated, listen to motivational speaking, and always avoid the depressive news. Don't listen to the news. That is not for your mindset. Stay focused on who you got to do and make sure that you're all right.
Let's get to Raina Thompson. Raina Thompson is February the 8th, 1991.
She just had a birthday. She was born
Happy birthday.
Nolte and a couple other famous people, but her birthday indicates she's all about the business of business. And she would do well working around the bank. She would work for the government. She would do well working in a law office or a corporation. She would make an excellent lawyer, an excellent supervisor, director, head of the government, because 8s are normally administrators. 8s normally give directions. They don't take directions, they give directions as a rule. And so once you get past 6, like 7, 8, 9, those are the higher, shall we say, higher frequencies. And especially since 8 is known for its executive abilities, this is why everybody want to be in an 8, since it's associated with money and power and authority and achievement and recognition. And so that's the kind of person this person is, except with them being February the 8th, and they are being in the year of the 4, because their numbers are the 8, 4, and 1. That means that this particular year, they will be in a 5 personal year, which means they're ready to turn the corner. They're ready to turn and take advantage of any and all opportunities that come their way, and they need to stay alert to them.
And of course, her life path is a beautiful number 3 of expansion. So writing.
That's the fun cycle.
And that's the fun cycle. Enjoying. But remember, on the other side can be reckless and scandalous in multiple ways. But I always tell people that have that life path number 3, have a journal. Write your ideals down, because those ideals will turn into something. And because you're a number 8, and that's the executive number, what you do in whole life is going to determine what you're going to manifest later on in life. And then you're born in the year of the 20, or 1991 as up to 20, which is a 2. Your sensitivity, your intuitiveness tells you everything. Pay attention to it and don't doubt it, because it's there to give you guidance. Stop right there.
Let's get to Gabrielle. This is a sister. I see a picture. This is a sister. Gabrielle is 9/7/1985.
1985.
Okay, so she is she's with a water is a nurturer.
Breaking up.
So
Lloyd, say that again.
That's a combination.
You're breaking up, Lloyd.
Lloyd,
okay. Hey. Her birthday indicates she.
Oh man.
Oh, he's stopping.
Lloyd, we can't hear you.
Most 7s are. 7s normally.
They
said internet. My internet is unstable.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. No.
Yeah, you're back.
Good.
You gotta start over.
So in other words,
start over.
You gotta start over for the system.
Okay. This particular person born on the 7th of September is an earth sign with a water number, which means in short, she's
King.
You keep on breaking up.
You have to take over until he's able to get his audio together, King Simon.
Yeah, you keep on.
I haven't changed anything.
Try one more time, Lloyd, and if you don't, I'm just gonna jump right in.
Earth sign water number, her lucky numbers are the 7, 2, and 5. Her best days are Monday and Wednesday and Friday. Okay. But this person's always had a strong mind, always been very independent on her own. And you know, she goes by her own drum. That's the only thing I can say. They go by their own drum. But with them being an earth sign and a water number, that means they are nurturers. They tend to nurture people and bring out the best. You come around them and they encourage you to grow and to prosper and to be strong in your endeavors and whatnot. And this particular year, since they are September the 7th, they are going through either a master number 11 year, depending on how Simon is doing it, because everything is in my head, or but the point is they're in a year of transitions around the home, relationships, and at the workplace.
So you're right. She's in that master number 11 year. Just be careful of people who try to deceive you. And because you got a lot of sevens in your chart, very intuitive. You very in there with yourself. Reflect and pay attention, but don't worry about a thing. Like Bob Marley said, don't worry about a thing because everything is going to be all right. And because you have the 3 life path, your writing or your drawing, your art, or whatever thing you need to express yourself, please do. Whatever loosens you up, go to a dance class because 3s love to dance and that's your life path. Sometimes you need that thing to release and loosen you up, but most definitely write because you're inspired, especially through your dreams. Your dreams could be very intuitive if you remember them. So have a dream journal and strive to turn what you dream about or what you learn from your dream, because your dream tells you about your past, present, and your future, and you learn a lot. So that's the guidance I have to give you until you're ready for a reading.
Let's get to Mecca. Mecca is December 1st, 1994, and this is a female. She says female, so that's
what year?
December 1st, 1994.
That means she gets along better with the men than she does the women. That's for sure. Also tells me she would definitely do well at some point striking out on her own, opening up her own business or enterprise, if not, eventually becoming a manager, supervisor, director, head of a department. She would also do well career-wise in law, medicine, or science. And she would also do well in the pharmaceutical industry as well, too, if she decided to go into that. But the one thing about her is it does suggest she's refreshingly honest. Health-wise, as Simon and I know, it rules her eyes, her heart, blood pressure, lower back, and those may be some concerns. And since she's a Sagittarius, that rule the hip, the thigh, and the feet. So those may be concerns too. But if she's born in 1994, she really shouldn't be having any of those things at this early stage in their life, right now.
And her life path is a number 9. So she got to finish what she started and think on international levels, because 9 is also one of the travelers numbers, also the language learning numbers. So I would suggest you learn language, even if it's the basis of the language, so you can propel your business as a number 1 to be. But because your alignment numbers are 13, which is a power number, which is a 4, please stay structured, stay disciplined, and know where you need to go. I'm just speaking just like that so you can stay focused. I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good.
We got Coach Brandon, and this is June 19th, 1975.
Okay. He is a very strong-willed person. Their numbers are the 1, 4, and 5. His birthday does suggest he thought he might have gotten married or wanted to get engaged or get married at an early age. But it does indicate that he is a very enterprising person who is normally refreshingly honest, and what you see is what you get. And with him being in this year, because he happens to be, since he is June, actually he's in an 11 or 2 personal year too, I do believe.
Right.
If he's on the 19th. And it simply means he has to take his time. It simply means members of the opposite sex, in this case, women, will prove very helpful to him more so than the men. That's for sure.
And of course, because he's born on the 19th, in certain systems of numerology, that's called one of the karmic numbers. And the karmic problems that most 19 have is that 1 represents the beginning and 9 represents the finishing. You got to, whatever you start, you got to finish it. Stop talking your way out of things. Stop second guessing your abilities. And your life path adds up to a number 2. So of course, sensitivities in relationship with especially females, if you're a male, or relationships in general, you got to be very mindful and be very careful and loving in those relationships. But it would be good if you started a business for your own, whether doing writing and doing various things. But again, stop second guessing yourself and see things to a finish. Okay.
We got Raymond, and Raymond is June the 2nd, 1983.
A man of great sensitivity, and a man who either works around a lot of women or have a woman, female supervisor or female. I'm telling you, you talk to him, they'll tell you he's either been blessed to work around a lot of women.
You know what's funny? Raymond, let me just say that Raymond think he's slick. He sent me $7.77. He said, for Raymond and my partner. And So he got his birthday and his girl's birthday.
Well, here's the thing with Raymond and his girlfriend. See, he has when Simon and I see the number 2 in a male, our statement is women are their blessing and their curse, which means A, they either work around a lot of women or their supervisors, directors, or managers or whatever are women. And you know, when women talk to other women, Rich, they then say, I need a man to talk to. Well, here he comes, okay? And so what happens is if his girlfriend or wife is not comfortable in her skin, and even so, her thing is, honey, why are these women always calling you? So they will tell you that that's been one of his challenges too. If it's like that, he will tell you that believe me, one of them is questioning.
We don't want to break you up, brother. So stay focused. That's all I can tell you right now. Because if women can be a blessing and a curse, when you're not around your woman, women can still be a blessing and a curse, sir. And one thing about me in numbers, if I do a compatibility consultation, I want both of you on the line because I'm gonna reveal your bull crap and her bull crap and see how y'all.
And Simon and I do the same thing. If I got a couple, I want them there because let's say you with your lady, right, Rich?
Yeah.
Well, she's been knowing you, and if you say something, you're gonna say, "Well, of course you know me, honey." But again, if you bring her to me, and she doesn't know me from a hole in the wall, she can. She'll say, well, Lloyd said so-and-so, and you be saying, but honey, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Okay. So it's kind of different, but I like them there. That way she hears his side of it, he hears her side of it, and however they work it is fine.
Communication is the
kept in the dark. Nobody's kept in the dark.
Let me give her birthday. Yes. He tried to sneak it in.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
February 12th, 1979.
That's about the 3rd time that birthday's come up too.
Yeah.
It's coming up. Yeah.
Okay. And he is born when again?
June 2nd, 1983.
And she is the 20.
No, the 12th. February 12th.
Okay. Actually, 2s and 3s get along pretty good. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. The fact that he is a Gemini, she is a Gemini. Those are good. I mean, air sign. They're both air signs.
Yeah, she's
Gemini,
Aquarius.
Thanks, Simon. Right. So they both air signs. So in that way is pretty good. The only thing about his girlfriend born on the 12th, she's probably a little bit more pushy and insistent than he is. He'll probably wait till the last minute, and her thing is, okay, but what we gonna do? I hear what you're saying, but what are you gonna do? And so in certain instances, she may not be too much fun. But really, if he lays back and think about it, actually, she's going to bring out the best in him. And he would do well in the mechanical, mathematical sciences too, from his birthday, computers, technology, engineering, all those kind of things. He would do well at too.
So, and with those two, that two combination is about traveling is the key. Traveling is key, and learning to communicate clearly with each other is the key. Have fun, enjoy life. Like Lloyd just said, and Lloyd and I would just read, because he's born under the sensitive number of 2 and she's born on the 12 where she's going to be a 3 and she's going to speak up. She has to also have empathy because he has sensitivity that he has to deal with that comes from his past also, because I see his alignment numbers at 8. So it tells me something in his past that has developed him into this most sensitive being.
And he just got a full reading. That's it for him, man.
He ain't get a full reading. You have
to send us an extra for that. We read you, the girl. Come on, brother. God damn, no more of that. No more of that. Let's get to Caesar. Caesar's February 27th, 1987.
He's born the same day as Marian Anderson. He's born the same day as Rashawn McDonald. That it was the secret success behind the success of the Steve Harvey shows that he's been on, Family Feud and all these others. Her birthday indicates that she is a warrior. This year, though, she is going through adjustments that's going to really be friendly to her since she's February 27th. Her numbers are the 9, 3, and 6. She happens to be in a 6 personal year. So that means this is a good time. I would describe this, if I had to summarize it, I would say she's in her romance and finance cycle, which means A, if she doesn't have anybody, she will before the year is over. B, if she does have somebody and it's halfway decent, it's going to move up a notch. Or if she's in a relationship that's been working her nerves, it's going to go south before the summer. And only she knows. But at the same time, money's going to come her way too.
And she says what she mean what she says. Her life path is also a number 9, also Lloyd. So she's double that. She's double that.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, I noticed that 9 women born on the 9th to 18th or 27th, oftentimes they, not all the time, but on a scale of about 1 to 10, about at least 1 to 8, they tend to attract men in uniforms by way of military, law enforcement, construction, something, sanitation, bus driver, whatever. But if they're wearing a uniform or handling tools, machines, or instruments, they probably got their attention too.
All right, let's get to the next one. We got XAV. They saying this is a male, January 10th, 1993.
Now, can everybody still hear this? Are they still on where they can hear this?
Yeah.
Good. Because I didn't want to leave them out. Now, what is that birthday again?
January 10th, 1993.
Okay. Capricorn is a very much understood sign, and number 1 is kind of a misunderstood number in the sense that they're both mental. And because they're mental, people will almost interpret it incorrectly that this person is lacking in feelings and emotions and affections, but it's just the opposite. Because they're mental, things have to mentally make sense to them. Right. You know, if it doesn't make sense, what are we talking about? That's right. And that's how they operate. So gotta understand, Rich, to each number, they must be true unto themselves. You know, you can't be one number, make yourself another number. You can, but eventually you'll come back to your own natural, organic self, which is always the case. So in this case, with this woman born on this day, she's strong-willed, and she's in a very good cycle to get some things done. Simon?
Yes, and also because of her
No, this is a male. This is a male.
Oh, that's a male? Okay, great. Well, very sensitive person, very sensitive, need to pay attention to their inner self and their inner abilities much more than usual. Also, because their life path as up to a number 6, it definitely needs to be in harmony with, and what's so funny, the 6 and the 1, their personality can be a challenge to each other. So how you dissolve those challenges? Remember, the balance is necessary. And when you are balanced and harmonized with the universal order of things, then the 1 will assert it. That's the assertiveness of the number 1 to make things happen. And because your alignment number is 11, you're a visionary, but you got to write those ideas. You got to put it out there. See, I'm a numerovationalist. I want you to activate your number so you can be motivated. That's why I keep on doing that and say those things, but I'm not going to continue until you're ready for the session.
Let's get to Danielle. Danielle is she says she just paid for Lloyd's course. And that's January 18th, 1983.
First of all, tell her thank you. And she sounds like she's one of the first 20 that I have to get back to give them their lucky numbers and days that I promised. She is in a cycle where she's ready for change. She's ready for growth. She's ready to take advantage of all opportunities that come her way. She's an earth sign with a fire number, which means she's very pragmatic, yet passionate at the same time in getting things done. Her birthday does suggest she was out on her own between her 19th and 22nd birthday. And if she notices she's gotten older, her life has gotten better.
Okay, we're gonna have to speed it up too, family. We're gonna have to speed up the readings.
Well, how many names you got?
We probably got about 15 more.
15.
Let's get through the class.
I gotta get ready to get out of here. I'm over time already.
Let's do what we could do then. Whatever we could do when y'all gotta go, just let me know.
Well, let's at least do at least 5 more. How's that?
All right. Okay. Get to, let me see. Terrell is April 2nd, 1985.
Thank you, Marvin Gaye. This particular year, they are in a year of new beginnings, new directions, new opportunities, and they will find that Leos, Aries, and Aquarians in a minor way will be of help to them along the course of the year.
And it's very important that they maintain a loving attitude in what they do and how they do things, especially in every format of their relationships, and paying attention to their stomach and their health is going to be very important throughout their life. Okay. Keep it simple.
Let's get to Brittany. Brittany is August 21st, 1989.
Old when she was young, and as she gets older, she's going to get younger. Her life is going to play the reverse. So if she wants to know how come now younger men are approaching her, that's because her birthday is a 3. 3 rules Jupiter. That's the youthful planet, the planet of entertainment. And normally 3, which represents Jupiter, carries that very youthful look, youthful attitude, youthful mindset. And therefore, this would explain some of it. And she's very determined to make her way in the world.
And she's born the same day as Umar Johnson, Usain Bolt.
Yeah, Usain Bolt. That's right. August 21st. Yeah.
Brother Umar Johnson, who we all know in the conscious community.
Yeah.
Remember, that's why they're master orators. They master speaking and doing that thing called 21 is that writing and oratory skills or expressing himself. That's why you see Usain Bolt, after he runs a race, he'll start dancing and whining. He loves to express himself. And their master number alignment number is so important because the 8 plus the 3 equals the 11, which that's the master number. They always have good insight and need to write their ideas and make things manifest through those ideas. Go ahead.
Buddha, we got Buddha here, Damien, November 30th, 1984.
Very popular person, which is why it's hard for them to sneak around because they're always bumping into people, that I can tell you. They always want to make something of themselves. They have artistic talents and can lean and take advantage of that. They would also do well working for the government or some religious connection like the church or affiliates of associated with the church. This particular year for them is a 9 year. And since their lucky numbers are the 3, 6, and 9, and they happen to be in a 9 personal year, that means this is a year to fulfill their dreams, cut their losses, prepare for long distance trip, and also be ready to motivate and inspire people to be at their best. And avoid accidents and arguments at all costs.
They're born the same day as the reggae artist Sanchez and Dr. Sabi's son, Cesar.
And so also Shirley Chisholm.
Shirley Chisholm, that's right.
Who ran for president. And former newscaster Carol Jenkins was born on that day too.
And his life path is a number 9, so he has to finish what he starts, complete what he starts, and learn to think on an international.
You see, Rich, you so cool. You said, "Oh, you guys finished naming birthdays, okay?" Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Rich.
Let's get you on Nichelle. Nichelle is February 24th, 1983.
She's a Pisces 4 person. Yesterday was her birthday. No, 2 days ago was her birthday.
Happy belated birthday.
She's in what is called her reputation cycle now. The Rosicrucians have this cycle that goes from birthday to birthday. Well, on her birthday 2 days ago, started the cycle all over again. So the first 52 phase of this 7th phase cycle is called her reputation cycle, which means whatever she wants, whatever she's going after, she's likely to get and capture. That's why they call it that. And by the way, her birthday indicates she is very attractive, very charming, but very firm and strong in her will too. So I wouldn't try to, just because she's a cutie, try to, think I'm going to sell her some wolf tickets and bend over like that. No, she's not going for that. No.
And she has a very old soul, so if she's still like old school music, old school ways, she needs loyal people around her. Also, because she's born on the 24th, that 2 represents compassion, the 4 represents loyalty and structure. She needs compassion, she needs loyalty and structure to help her be in a loving household that adds up to the number 6. Very important for her. And her life path is a master number 11. Write your ideas and turn those ideas into goals and stop playing. Do it.
And women have always been very important in their early beginnings too, whether it was a mother, grandmother, auntie, sister, niece, whatever.
A lot of feminine numbers around.
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick, I got somebody in the chat going crazy. B, he's saying it was a male. He said you read him as a female. Caesar. That was February 27th, 1987.
Oh, well, Caesar has a good opinion of himself. He thinks he's all of that in 2 bags of chips, and he has to be careful of injuring himself, and particularly his right foot, because Pisces rule the feet. See, each sign, Aries rule the head all the way down to Pisces that rule the feet. And since he's born on the 27th, and 9 is an accident-prone number, that means he has to be more careful of accidents rather than illnesses.
Yeah, that's why they made an accident and thought you was a female.
Exactly. And plus we have Mercury retrograde. So it is
Mercury retrograde ain't helping this situation. And don't take it personal. It's not an offense. I mean, we doing the best we can, But it simply means he is a man that does not take orders well. And one of his challenges, if he's working for somebody, to either they show him the respect to give him that independence or autonomy in his area of responsibility.
Right.
Or if not, he's eventually going to go out on his own. And I would say the older he gets, the more he's going to be determined to be the master of his fate and the captain of his ship.
And as a matter of fact, because he's born under that February 27th number, right, he should come to that event that Billy Carson is doing, because he's very intuitive himself, but he needs to finish what he does. And he's very intuitive. He pick up on things well. And what Billy has to teach will also help him take it to another level on an international spectrum if he really was side, because 27s have to be creative and productive and can maintain a creative and productive mindset. And that kind of workshop would be very good for incorporating that.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So, what y'all want to do? Y'all gotta get out of here. What y'all want to do?
I gotta get ready to get out of here. But
so, Simon, won't you give out your number and contacts one more time for people?
Yes, I've been doing that. I'll put it in the thing.
See, I don't know how to do that yet, so I gotta say mine. So
yeah, put yours in there too, just in case.
Good.
But
I'm on all the media sites: Instagram,
YouTube.
Facebook, Twitter, under Numbers and You. My toll-free number is 1-800-581-4401. That's 1-800-581-4401. If they want to see their forecast for 2020, their horoscopes, their zodiac signs, all they got to do is go to my website, Lloyd-Strahorn.com, and click on 2020 predictions. It'll say 2019 predictions, but when you click on it, believe me, it's 2020. And finally, I'm glad to say that starting this week, my class is on Udemy.com, UDEMY. The full course is $149.99. Believe it or not, up until the 28th, they've slashed it 91%. You can get it for $11.99. There's no excuse if you don't want to learn numerology not to jump onto this. And for those that have come because of you, Rich, thank them very much, and I thank you as well.
And and Lloyd in his 4 personal year cycle, so that's about communication and what he's doing, and it's good for the Aquarian energy. So I'm not surprised that he's
in the 7, which means he's more spiritually aware than ever before.
Exactly. And my family, I'm on KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. You text me directly, of course, to get a reading, and I'll send you the information.
What's that number again, though, Simon, to text?
I'm going to give it to him right now, 347-496-1022. I know everybody's been sending me to.
No, I need a pen. Repeat it.
347-496-1022. Text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. If you're outside of the United States, please use WhatsApp. I cannot return anything on regular number if you're in Toronto and in Africa. That don't make no sense. So use WhatsApp. It's absolutely free. And send me your first, middle, last name if you have, and your date of birth, and I'll send you all the necessary information.
Yeah. No, Simon to get you straight, no questions. Simon,
and we'll do it either over Zoom, we'll do it over conference call, but we're definitely going to record every session so you can listen back to it and keep it moving. That's how we're going to do it. Myself and Lloyd, do it from the entire heart, because we're serious about what we do.
Yeah.
We're here to guide you.
We're going to be back again very, very soon. So for those that couldn't, we didn't know so many people would come on board, but then again, I shouldn't be surprised at your show, Rich. Okay, nothing personal. But we'll be back on very soon.
The brother that was going crazy said that meant everything. Major love and respect. He's very happy and satisfied. So
good.
Can I shout out the events, Rich? Can I shout out the events that I got?
Oh yeah.
Brother, I'm handling the vending for Sanetta's event coming up on March the 22nd at St. Francis College. If you're a vendor, we still have a little bit more vending room left, and that's going to be the debate between Brother Jabari and Brother Garfield, and then Brother Captain Tazariak and Mr. Dr. Vince Bantu, all happening March the 22nd. Doors open at 12:30, and the event starts at 1. All vendors have to text me. No more food vendors. We have a food vendor, but you have to text me at that same number, 347-496-1022. And remember, Sonetta is live streaming it for all those that are outside of the United States at usalivestream.tv/double impact. And the tickets are on Eventbrite for Double Impact. And don't forget, in the month of April, on April 18th and April 19th, I got Professor Smalls doing a private all day. Professor Smalls, James Smalls, doing a private all day on Saturday, April 18th for 7 hours. And then he's doing a public public 3-hour event at Nicholas Brooklyn Bookstore. And then, of course, in the month of May, we're going to be right there with my brother, Billy Carson. Believe me, I went to his all-day workshop. It is worth it. I went to it in Florida. It is worth it. It's going to cost a little bit more with Brother Rich because it's going to be an all-day one, and it's going to be out there with the information. And he's giving you 30 days to be connected with him. Matter of fact, Brother Rich and him gave me a thing that says, I'm going to use WhatsApp and do numerovation advice. I'm not going to do a 30-day thing, but I'm just going to throw it out there for numerovation advice, like brief advice that I can give to people just to keep their numbers activated while they're going through whatever they're going through. So through WhatsApp, I'm going to
please don't forget June. That's the big one.
Oh, June. Please don't tell the June.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. In June, myself, Lloyd, Strahorn, and Quiet Storm, and I might add one more female. I might think about adding one more female so we can have the balance. Rich, I like to bring the balance with this. We're going to do a all-day workshop on astrology and numerology and how to activate your sign and your numbers. So we're going to be doing that, an all-day private workshop. And each one of my private workshops, only 55 people are allowed. The prices might be from $77 to $99, but that is what it is. And you're going to get it. Because if you break it down for hours, like what, $7 an hour or $10, ain't nothing compared to our consultation, how much we charge. So please come on out and thank Rich. Rich, I want to thank you, man, for being the great number 8 that you are.
Busy for the rest of the month now.
until next month.
Hey, Rich, I do want to say before I go, seriously, I've been on all kinds of shows, okay?
Yes.
Yours, I get response from all over the planet. It's the most amazing thing.
Yep.
And as I said, I'm very honored to even talk about introducing. So when people say, where was Lloyd's first class introduced? It was on Brother Rich's show. I couldn't have picked a better platform. And not only that, God made it where they reduced it 91% just for a couple of days so people could get in on it. So please share the word, spread the word. If you want to learn, it's only $12 up until the 28th. After that, you got to go full hog, okay?
You know what happened? Rich makes us rich. So big up to Rich.
my man Rich. Okay. Love you, buddy.
Right, love you, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Everybody in chat room, thanks for tuning in. Everybody who sent the chat, I appreciate it. I know everybody was satisfied, and I'll be back with these gentlemen next month. So this was February. I'll be back toward the end of the March. I'll let y'all marinate on this.
And you know, some of those birthdays that we didn't finish, I don't know whether you can hold them so we can continue the next time we come back.
We're gonna work something out, or
we don't want to feel
we're gonna work something out. We're gonna work something out.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
But I might text y'all. Because we'll figure something out. We might hold it for the next round.
Just let them do a session with us. Just let them do a session. They're gonna get what they need. They're gonna get what they need.
They got our number.
They supported you. They supported you. That's what's important. Support you. That's important.
So listen, family, we getting out of here. Thanks you once again. We out, family. Peace.
Peace.